but we stopped to investigate the area with the elven bones. The fight was really hard as the three banshees kind of fell on us and took a bunch of us, but Katsuniko and Troller managed to kind of keep them at bay enough that we didn't all die. And there was a ghost elven lady that we found that was part of the sisters that told us that she had not been corrupted, but we needed to find um, to try to kind of help them find peace. We found their bone and a chest with scrolls, and then we went back to the hiding place of the hobgoblins with Jean-Luc. We did a long rest. We did a ceremony to bury the elven bones in the morning. Which who was it? Somebody was not happy about that. I think that was Jean-Luc. Jean-Luc was not happy about it. But then we headed out to the surface. We got through part of the tunnel that we had seen with the golem and the banshees. We avoided the banshees there, and we got out and started traveling west back on the city. Observed a few ghouls that we avoided, but by the river there was somebody observing us from a house, so we approached the house and found a revenant named Zutan. And he mentioned things about the shadow crystal that he wanted, and that has been around for 20 years. Seems like Jean-Luc is hiding something about those, but we haven't heard or seen any shadow crystal yet so far. And we left him behind and started walking towards the bridge to get through to the cathedral. And we are seeing some of the undead from the queen that Balefire slept with. So Balefire, I guess as a consort, you're up.
What about my consort?
You get the guys from your conquest are keeping the bridge.
Oh,
So
that's good, right?
You gonna go
I
talk
think
to them?
so. That's what I'm saying to Europe.
Yeah, I think so. That ship is gonna cross. Oh, I gotta work. I gotta step away. Sorry, guys. I'll be back as soon as I
Yeah.
can.
Uh-oh.
All right. So the group is going to approach those ghosts. Is that the plan?
Yeah. Probably not in any kind of threatening ways. What do you guys think?
Oh, and make sure you're displaying your characters, not your accounts.
Yep.
Which I think only Nico and Balefire need to change theirs.
Player named Twitch V.
Hmm.
We have a player named Twitch V.
Yeah, that's just the
This
account
is
I'm viewing it through.
uh, uh,
But yeah, Nico, whenever you get a chance, you need to use the drop down to switch over to your character.
Sorry. Yes.
That's fine.
Doing that right now.
Alright. So you all are approaching the ghosts. Are you doing so stealthily, or are you just kind of walking towards them?
I mean, we recognize the one we met already from the Queen, from Her Majesty, the Princess. In fact, what's her name? Let me find it. It was Dinara.
Yeah, Lady
Dinara, yes.
Dinara, the Sword Wraith Queen.
So I would say Wildfire should kind of go first and talk to them because he's the one that knows Dinara's best.
Alright,
Hmm.
so as the group approaches, the ghosts are kind of a little on edge, but they Actually, I don't know if they would recognize Bale. Hang on a second. So yeah, as you approach, they begin to approach you as well with their weapons drawn. What do you want to do?
Well, I guess it's up to Bell to convince them that we're friends.
Alright, I think he stepped away.
Man, Bell,
So
you
let
can't
me.
leave.
Does anyone else want to try to say something?
Uh,
I could
Nico
say.
wouldn't have been there
I could
last time
say.
you met.
I could say Balefire is backing you up as well.
well, yeah, I would kind of call them out when they're like at least 60 feet out as they approach. Are they approaching charging or are they approaching slowly,
Right now they're approaching cautiously.
cautiously? Okay. So yeah, I would raise Balfire's hand and say, "Hey, greetings. We are friends of Dinara."
All right, so they kind of take pause a moment as you say her name, and one of them says, "How do you know the queen?"
We know she's constrained under the ground in her quarter or in a room that protected her, and we know that you guys are working for her amongst all the evil that has unleashed around in Isik. We are fighting the same fight.
They they consider you a moment, and I guess I'll just roll for Balefire, who speaks as well. So
Come on, Bill.
they they say, "You are what's the group's name? You are the Shadowstalkers." Yes, we have heard of you. We've been told
Yay!
about you. You may pass. Apologies. We thought you might have been
Of course.
hostile towards us, and they kind of lower their weapons.
So, as they lower their weapon and we start moving next to them, are you guarding the bridge or are you just here like patrolling?
We were guarding the bridge for the time being. There are there are other what's the word? There are new visitors to Isik. We are making sure they're unable to get across the river without our knowing.
Well, we are bound to the cathedral, and we have to find reinforcement because of our missions down in the under caves, and we may need help to bring Malek down.
The cathedral is infested with hobgoblins at the moment.
Yeah, they would be our allies, and I point to Jean-Luc. He's a friend of theirs, and they will help us fight the allies of Malek, which are vampires and other things too, like Shadowstalkers.
They seem a bit surprised. He says, "Well, the hobgoblins have not been friendly to our people, but if they're your allies, perhaps you can make them see reason and not attack us."
Yeah, we can absolutely barter a deal. Does one of you want to come with us to? We have Jean-Luc here, who already knows Horkard, the leader of the Goblin. Maybe one of us can speak for your folks and be part of the crafting of a new alliance.
He says, "Well, if this Orcard wishes to come speak to the Queen, I'm sure she'll hear him, but we don't have the authority to form any alliances on behalf of the Queen. He will have to come and speak with us at the marketplace."
Okay, fair enough. Um, so we're aware that there are revenants that are working for the Halloons. Um, we are aware there is a shadow dragon that is preying from the keep at night. Are you aware of any other parties that would be wanting to use that bridge?
Says there are humans we've been seeing around the city. We are guessing that they are from the Empire, as we don't know where else they'd be coming from. Scouts of some kind who have been uh, staying to the edges of the city and moving in slightly, but not too much. It seems like they're taking stock of the forces of undead within Isik.
Well, we have a good news on that topic. No ghouls can enter the city anymore, and the the wards we kind of set up protection to make sure that the ghoul population cannot increase anymore.
He says that they cannot enter the city.
Just as a player, is that what we did, right? It was a ritual from Butcher.
It was the keep, to keep them out of the keep.
Oh, enter the keep, the keep. Okay, so they can't come from the city to the keep. Yeah, so I would, unless somebody kind of, I see any sign that anybody doesn't want to reveal that, I would certainly go ahead and share that with them.
All right. He nods and says, "Well, if the keep is safer, that's at least will it'll keep ghouls from entering through the tunnels. So we thank you for doing that."
So, is there anything else you know in terms of rituals or things we can do to either weaken the Alloons or weaken the Shadow Dragon?
He says, "No, we don't know much about ways to strike at the Alhoons or the Shadow Dragon.
Hmm.
We've mostly just been keeping an eye on the city throughout the day and in the evenings, but the Queen might know something. We're just on patrol to help keep Isik safe."
Okay, yeah, it's been a few days we haven't seen her, so we may pay a visit with our card so he can discuss with her. And would you allow us safe passage with our card and this group if we come back this way?
Give me a persuasion check.
Somebody help me.
You got
Sure,
this.
I'll say
Well,
that
probably,
Balefire
yeah,
will
Yeah.
probably
offer.
Belfast help me. Nice, I roll with advantage. It's not great.
Uh, so he hesitates a little, but Balefire kind of explains a little bit more about what the plan is, and he nods and says, "Well, if you think the hobgoblins can stay peaceful, I suppose we can stow our weapons as well. Just don't have them do anything rash."
Okay. Yeah,
So
well,
this Orcard or whatever he's called.
did you kill a lot of hobgoblins already?
Says no, they've mostly been keeping to the cathedral.
Okay. Uh, I do have another question for you because we saw you initially before we met the Queen, so we didn't know who you guys were, but we have met one Eranier. Have you heard about Eranier?
I can't say that I have. Where is this Aranye?
He's living in the middle of the lake.
He looks at you strangely. He says, "The middle of the lake. There's nothing in the lake. Where would he be
Well,
living?"
there is an island in the middle of the lake which you guys probably can't access. You cannot cross open water, can you?
He says, "Island. We've seen no island out there."
Interesting. Well, he's a fairly crafty fellow, so I would not be surprised that somehow he has hidden his abode from undead, and thus has been able to do his studies undisturbed. Aye, so you're not aware of his presence, so that's just what I wanted to know.
He says, "No, although I probably should let the Queen know that there is a possible threat.
I would not consider him a threat. Let us bring that subject to the Queen because he has helped us. Uh, in fact, there are some creatures in the lake that are extremely dangerous, and he has helped us. So he may be part of the solution to free Isik and maybe uh, get you back to what you were before this Malek did the ritual that brought you where you are.
Is he the one responsible for that creature in the lake?
Um, this is unclear, and I may have to roll deception on that one.
Go ahead, give me a deception check.
Uh, ooh, not bad.
There you go.
Yeah,
As
this is
well,
unclear. This is unclear was the exact right wording.
as well, if there is a powerful magic user there, then we should at least keep an eye out, so we don't know what his intentions are yet. Thank you for bringing this to our attention. But yes, you may use the bridge if you wish to
Right,
cross.
thank you. We are going to go through then.
Alright, so you move past them. Anyone saying anything else?
No, I just have Dija like scurrying under the bridge and on the other side. I'm just sending her like going under the bridge and on the other side just for effect, but also to see if there's anything under the bridge. She can't
Uh,
really talk, but if she's been attacked, then we'll have a problem.
no,
We'll get to
you,
see the troll.
sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying we'll get to see the troll under the bridge.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, luckily there doesn't seem to be any trolls down there. You
Right,
make it
right.
across the bridge without issue and approach the large cathedral, kind of out in the middle of
Ooh,
everything.
okay. We're close by. Hey, Firefly, you're back.
I am back.
Yeah, I heard you. So we talked. You had to kind of tell the whole story of your night with the Queen to them. Sorry,
All right.
that was pretty graphic.
All right.
Hmm.
The
Yep.
legend grows.
Legend. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Alright, so as you are approaching the cathedral, who's in front?
We would, Firefly, would you kind of, okay, hold on. So who knows the Hobgoblin? Jean-Luc. So we'll probably ask Jean-Luc how we best approach without triggering the Hobgoblin. Like, has he been there already?
He says, "No, I have not visited Orcard since he moved his forces here.
But
This
he
is
knows you.
yeah. Well, he is aware of the party. I wasn't his favorite member," he says, "but
Hmm.
yes, he's aware of me and that I'm a potential ally. We'll say you're behind this rock over here, maybe."
Yeah, yeah, maybe approaching a little bit
He
more
says
closely.
there's a lot of open ground between us and the cathedral, and I bet they have archers watching the path. I'm not sure how we could approach without taking fire. At least they might shoot at us a bit until they see who I am, and I hope at that point they would stop shooting.
Can
But
we just
here, go
pull
ahead.
out a white flag as we walk forward?
He says it's possible, but the Iron Tide is not known for their mercy. We could try it. I don't know a better way to get the message to them other than possibly magic or having someone try to sneak over.
Hmm.
Did someone say sneak?
Although
I think.
sneaking over, it could be dangerous as well because they could think you are trying to attack them. I don't
And
know.
anybody can have like an invisibility spell, maybe to try to approach, at least to approach them, and maybe Jean-Luc, can you ah shoot can you write down like a message that we can deliver to Orkhan to kind of hold these archers?
He says, well, actually, if I think Jean-Luc does have some levels in Wizard.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. Oh yeah, let me double check. It's been a while. I haven't looked at his. I don't know how many level he got since we left shore.
I'll say he doesn't have invisibility, but he says if someone has invisibility and can make me invisible, I can possibly get close to them without triggering hostilities and let them know we are here.
Yeah,
Otherwise, we
that
might
sounds
have
good to
to.
me.
I've got invisibility.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's-
Excellent. How many?
Just on,
Oh, go
just
ahead.
on you.
Well, maybe a couple of us to approach. How many can you make invisible?
Uh, I can make 2 or 3 of you.
He kind of looks to the group. He says, "Does anyone wish to come with me, just in case this does not go well and I need backup?"
Or are we trying to be sneaky?
Or at least
Well,
unseen as we move across the field.
so
Once
far
we
volunteers.
once we get close, we should reveal ourselves, and then I can tell them who I am and my business, and they're less likely to attack.
yeah, I agree.
Bale will volunteer.
Yeah,
All right, so
If no one else is
maybe
super excited.
the two of us approach while the rest of you hang back.
yeah.
sure.
So
I'll
I will.
cast invisibility at 3rd level on him and Belfire.
okay. So you two approach, and they do have quite a few archers actually keeping an eye on things. You would see, looks like 4 of them back here, a couple up on the roof of the cathedral, and it looks like a couple patrolling the outer uh, area here.
Hmm.
Jean-Luc kind of approaches one of the scouts and starts speaking in Goblin. Do you speak Goblin, Balefire?
Not.
So you're not sure what he's saying, but the Hobgoblin turns around, looking kind of all over to try to figure out where it's coming from. And a moment later, he relaxes a bit. Although I just realized, Jean-Luc can't actually turn off the invisibility, unfortunately for him. I guess he could attack
Stop
the guy,
himself?
but that would be counterproductive.
That's the spell.
I guess, yeah, he could
Uh,
cast a spell.
yeah,
Uh,
the sanctuary. Yeah, he had sanctuary.
Alright, so,
What would
sure.
do?
Yeah, he does some kind of low level spell and he would appear. And the Hobgoblin seems a bit surprised, but he seems to be okay with him being there. And you hear him say in common, "I have several friends who are hiding back behind the rocks. I'm going to bring them over as well." And the Hobgoblin nods and yells something to one of the scouts who runs inside. So you, from behind the rocks, see Jean-Luc motioning for you all to come over.
That works. That works.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
the Hobgoblin, one of the archers, comes back out as you all are approaching and says, "Yes, Orcard would be happy to speak to you all." And he motions for you all to come inside. All right. So I assume you're all entering, right?
Yeah.
Right. There are quite a few hobgoblins in here, more than you thought there would be. It's hard to get a good count because you're quickly ushered downstairs. And in the downstairs of this place, you see a large, heavily armored hobgoblin speaking with several others who nods as the group approaches. He says, "Jean-Luc, it's good to see you. I thought you and your group had been slain by Malik." Jean-Luc says, "Unfortunately, This is not far from the truth, though it was not directly Malik our group was beset upon, and Malik's forces routed us. I do not think any of my allies survived, but the force of hobgoblins with me, your former men, helped me survive in the undercaves, and we made our way back up to you with these new friends. Norcard sort of looks to the group and says, "You are not one of the heroes who originally came here. What is your business in Isik?" And you would see his sword is sheathed right now, but it is kind of buzzing with lightning energy, even in its scabbard.
Mighty Accord. My name is Catgrod, and I hail from Desoric. I've heard a little bit of your story from Jean-Luc here, and we are here to seek an alliance.
He says, "Are you also here as enemies of Malik?"
Certainly, yes. In fact, we already have acted against him and removed the ability for the ghouls to enter the keep, as well as deactivated a few wards that Malek had set. We have allies that are fighting Malek too, and we're looking for more.
How did you prevent the ghouls from entering the keep?
Uh, uh, well,
One of our allies, it created a magic bubble shield around the keep. I believe that's how that worked, right?
yes,
He
yes.
he looks curiously. He says, "Who is this ally that was able to
Well, so
put this
you, you
powerful magic on the keep?"
you have to keep an open mind. You've seen since you've been there that there's a lot of different undeads as a ritual has kind of warped a lot of people around here. Um, he was one that used to work with Malek. We are not 100% sure of his motives, but so far he has held his promise and we keep him on a short leash. But he's a vampire.
Give me persuasion checks. The people who've been talking.
Vampire, help me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bellfire
yeah.
and Calgrod.
I'm definitely rolling. That's why I spoke up.
He says it's true. The residents of this place seem to run the gambit from insane to corrupt to somewhat resembling their former selves. My people have been in contact with many of them. I've actually lost a good amount of soldiers to the undead of this place. It's why we kind of set down roots within this cathedral. It's a nice defensible position. He says. He looks to Jean Luc, looks to the group, and says, "I am only still here because of the original deal that was struck with the Heroes of Char. I still wish to get part of the spoils that are within the vault. So if you can offer me the same deal they did, then I could be persuaded to help you in your fight against Malik."
So we can certainly do that. Your troops are mighty and powerful from what I'm seeing around, and we will need the numbers when we're on the undercaves. But it's a fair split. If there is any question about the split, it will be resolved by luck. Are you okay with that?
He says, "If there is
Go
gold and
powered.
treasure involved, I expect to get half of it, and your group can have the other half."
Yep, that is fine. But if there's any question or priority over magic loot or magic treasure to be found, it will be decided by fate.
He says, fair enough, as long as it's an even split. If there are things that
Yeah,
both parties want, we can figure it out with some kind of roll of the dice, I suppose.
I'm turning to everybody to see if everybody's okay with that in our group.
So, real quick, the vault is closed. The items that Balefire is looking for from his world are likely not inside, right?
Probably not. The
Malik is going to
vault,
have them on him.
you would assume Malik's forces have these items somewhere.
Okay.
Because the vault is something of this world, so there would be no way that Malik could put or it's unlikely he would have put these items in the vault unless he opened it and then for some reason used it to store them, but that seems unlikely.
I wanted to make sure that I understood. So yeah, Balefire's on. Balefire agrees with what Calgrad has done.
Yeah, Nico will nod.
He says, well, then you can count the iron tide among your allies, and he puts a hand forward as if to shake.
I'm going to do a arm clasp, a virile arm clasp.
He smiles and nods to you and says, I might as well tell you, there's been something strange going on in the area. Uh, since we're allies now, I think it might be better if you check it out than if I send more of my scouts, because the ones I've sent haven't come back. He says to the south there is a windmill that my people have reported is spewing a strange miasma from it, some kind of dark energy. But
Windmills does this town have?
apparently a bunch. But the scouts I've sent to look into this so far have not returned. So it might
Uh,
be something for your group to check out.
well, we have another thing. Okay, if we do that, would you be willing to meet with the Princess of Isik, Dinara, and ally with her and kind of count her troops as ally and not to be harmed?
This is princess. This place has a princess.
Yes, she was. I'm trying to verify. Maybe you can talk more about her than I can.
Uh, she's about this tall. Curves looking like this. He makes a wavy sign with his hands. Um,
He says, "Does she is she residing within the keep? I wouldn't think anyone in there would still be alive. Or is this another undead?"
she's an untainted spirit, I believe. I'm trying. I'm not necessarily trying to lie here. I think she's an untainted spirit uh, that is still in control of a number of the original royal troops that have turned.
The sword wraiths.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, they serve. They're in her service.
yes, I'm familiar with them. They've caused my troops quite a bit of headache. One of the reasons we made this our base was to try to avoid them. But you're saying they can be reasoned with. Huh. He says, "Oh, I'd definitely be interested in speaking with this Dinara. If these sword wraiths could be allies, they have forces all over the city. It would make our traveling much easier if we weren't being attacked by them."
In fact, we already have negotiated the passage through the bridge for you and your men.
He says,
Oh,
"All right."
your hobgoblin. Sorry.
And he nods and he says, "All right, well, I can make the trip whenever you're ready. Although I don't think I should bring too many of my forces. First, if you wouldn't mind, I would like to know what's going on at that windmill, so I'll know if we have to worry about an attack by something."
So, do you know of any peculiar effect of this miasma?
He says, "No, my initial scouts didn't get very close. They just brought word back to me, and the ones I sent to look into it have not returned. So I'm guessing their investigation did not go well. So I would
Right.
be extremely cautious if you approach that windmill."
Seems like something.
Well, we found another place that seems pretty dangerous. Have you heard anything about it? There is a lake, and we've seen from far away an island. Have you seen that area?
He says, "Yes, I know of the island and the lake, but some sort of beast swims within the water. So we've made it our business not to go there. It didn't
You
seem
know if
relevant."
there's anybody on the island?
He says, "No, I have not been able to
Aye.
get scouts out to that island."
Aye. Well, folks, what are you guys saying? Are we checking the meal? Or
Yep, let's go.
I'm good with the windmill.
Yeah, let's do
aye,
what we gotta do.
let's.
Mm.
Do you have like? No, I won't say that. I heard a story about a man on a donkey chasing windmills, and but this is an old story from probably a previous cataclysm. So
Who are you
I'm not
saying that
going
to?
to. No, I was kind of. Um,
Out of
no,
character.
no, no,
Oh,
no.
out of
I'm not saying
character.
that.
All right, I
Yeah.
gotcha. All right, fair enough. He says, "Well, do you need anything before you go? If you need supplies or food or anything, just ask my quartermaster."
It's what it's the time for us to come from Jean-Luc has been what we are midday at that point. Where are we?
You would guess it's probably early afternoon
Early afternoon.
by the kind of blurry position of the light in the sky.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Uh,
because it is all
uh,
foggy and the sun is not penetrating very well.
okay. Yeah, I don't. I mean, is it any? Does anybody needs any time off? Or I mean, we are not really in a hurry. So anybody needs anything? To rest, like we can take a long rest and go after, right?
Yeah, I think
Um,
I'm good.
Jean
I think
Luc
I'm good.
would say, "Well, there is not an immediate need for time. We should consider that the longer we take, the more likely Malik is to make progress on getting into the vault if he has not gotten in there already. So we don't
Hmm.
want to wait too long."
Yeah, that is true. That is a good point. All right, let's head to the. I don't. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't think we spent much resources coming to here, right? We avoided the banshees. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, we do. I think we're probably good to go. All right.
All right. Give me one
Is
moment to consult
is
my
Belfar still
notes.
invisible? No, he's probably not invisible. He doesn't get.
I don't know. Are you invisible, Veilfire?
No, I came visible again.
Yeah, I would assume. All right.
Oh, hey, is there a cemetery attached? We're
There.
above ground, right?
Yeah. So there is a cemetery out back. It's not. It's not obvious on the map, but there is one.
Right. It'd be nice to put the Big Mama's family to rest.
Hmm.
Do you want to take an hour to dig some graves?
Yeah, let's get that
Alright.
done.
I'd like to check that off the to-do list. Yeah.
Alright. So you kind of find a nice little secluded area of the cemetery where nothing is buried, and you would dig some graves.
Yeah.
Anyone gonna do or say anything, or are you just gonna kind of dig the graves and fill them up after you put
Is Mama Ghoul, right?
yeah,
And her family.
Adora,
So
the
Uh,
illusionist.
Adora. I would certainly say a word about the vision that we had and the plight of her family as the curse of Malek ran over the and the evil that we are bound to destroy as we leave these bones to rest here in the holy ground.
So as you are saying these things and Placing the bones within the graves, you would see the vision, or a vision, of a spectral, young, kind of half-elven looking female that seems familiar to you. She would smile upon the group and say, "Thank you. You have laid my family to rest. It is the last thing I could have wanted in this place. And now I can finally rest myself." And with that, she sort of smiles and fades away. And you would all feel strangely inspired by doing this. So you would get an inspiration point
Ooh,
each.
nice. So
Which you
that's
feel
sweet.
good about putting this poor spirit into her final rest.
There's a way to track the number of inspiration points. How do you do that usually?
So, with Roll20, you can just make a box called Other Resources, call it Inspiration Point, and put like whatever of 10, since you could have up to 10. If you're
Oh,
using
okay.
Beyond, maybe I'm not sure what abilities Beyond has to track resources. You could just put it in notes, maybe like something of 10, or
Oh, maybe, yeah, I know, it's okay.
just some place where you can actually edit the text. But
All right,
however you
all
want
right,
to track it, it's up to you. Because
all right.
unfortunately, the core rules, you were just inspired or not inspired, which I always
Yeah,
thought was
exactly.
kind of.
That's what I just found out. I was trying to click on it and change the number, and then we have this sun coming up. That's it.
Yeah.
So I remember seeing something about because I think the three inspiration is still like an option, right? It's an optional rule.
Yeah, well,
So
the normal inspiration rule is just either you're inspired or you're not, which I never
yeah,
really liked. So mine is
yeah.
yeah, it's a home rule.
Oh, it's home rule. It's not a variant of fifth
No, it's
edition.
not
Okay,
actually a
okay.
game rule. It's just something I made up.
Uh, I, which I do like having more.
Hmm.
And yeah, okay. So, mm, well, are we kind of going back with the point elf person? And I'm looking at Balfire.
Point person. What?
Yeah, you go first,
Oh
and
yeah, I
you
don't
go
I don't mind.
sneaky. Because the
Scouting.
thing is that you have to be careful about that mice map because we have no idea what it can do.
Hmm.
Hey, so I'll go first, looking out for miasma, leading us to the.
All right. How far ahead of the group are you going? And I assume you're stealthing.
Yeah.
All right. So you try
Yep.
to be stealthy. So the group is moving slower, taking more time, but hopefully avoiding being seen. Give me a stealth check.
You got this.
Oh yeah. I own stealth checks.
Okay, so you're like a ghost. And how far ahead of the group are you? Like 30, 60, 120? The farther you
Probably.
are, the less likely the group will draw attention on you.
Yeah. So probably 120.
Yeah, but the downside is if you do get found out, it'll take the group longer to get to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're
Understood.
pretty far ahead, keeping the group far away in the mists. What's your perception? Passive.
17.
Okay, so you were keeping an eye on things. So you're moving south through the town. Give me a d20 roll, please, for random encounters.
Yeah.
Burn that nat 20.
Okay. So strange thing. As you're making your way south, you come upon a house here that, as you're walking past, you notice inside there seem to be a bunch of, looks like materials, like leather, steel ingots, almost like someone had just stored like piles and piles of supplies in here.
Hmm.
Oh yeah. So seeing that, I'll go back to the group and let them know that there's a interesting house.
Okay, so you fall back and tell them there's a house full of what appear to be just supplies. Did we lose
Can't see
someone?
you didn't see the meal yet, right?
Yep,
That's not
Gordon
the.
just bailed, I think.
Oh, shoot. Huh.
Yeah, it looks like we lost.
We lost Alpha
Yeah,
Group.
lost the.
No.
We're still missing Katsu. I'm assuming
Yeah.
maybe Katsu overslept, but I think Oririn just popped off. Well, we can keep going. Hopefully, he'll pop back in.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, so apparently there are a bunch of materials in the house up ahead.
So that's not the meal, right, Belfire?
It's not a meal?
Is that the meal?
Oh,
No,
no,
The
it's not the
windmill?
mill. It's just a house.
It's just a house. Okay. Did
Yeah.
you see the meal further or not yet?
I haven't seen the mill yet.
no, the
Alright,
mists have been
so
too thick.
I think that's a very interesting. So is you say it's like iron and leather
Like a
and
workshop and stuff like that. So I think we should check it out and see if there's anything useful in there.
well, my thinking is that we have a bunch of hobgoblin. If they can kind of take the supplies and bring them to the cathedral and protect them, that could be a good way to have a hunt on those. But clearly somebody is gathering them, so they may not agree with that.
Well, let's go into this house and take a look around and see if we can figure out, if how long this stuff has been here and what's been going on.
All right, let's do that.
Yeah.
So,
Oh.
all right.
All right, so you head up towards the house.
Oh, I see the meal.
You see, yeah, it looks like there's a windmill up ahead, but you don't see any miasma coming from it, so you wonder if this is the right one. You would also. Oh, never mind. All right, so you get up to the house, and yeah, it looks like it might be some kind of old shop or smithing house, or maybe a blacksmith. Yeah, because you do see a bunch of old tools inside of it. The supplies themselves. Give me a survival check. Anyone who wants to, you might realize
I'll
something.
do.
Probably not me for that one.
I'll do one. Oh
Is that a
Okay.
book
no,
check or?
Halgrod's good. That's fine.
Sorry,
Uh,
I had already clicked when you said I do.
Yeah, you're good. That was probably better than what I would have rolled. So
so you would guess these
Okay.
these supplies have been here for a while because they've collected quite a bit of dust. But it
Ah,
almost
okay.
looks like someone has been stockpiling or was stockpiling them here. You wonder if maybe someone had made a base out of this place. But it doesn't look like anyone's been in here a while, or in a while.
Ooh,
There's not many
very
signs of
interesting.
passage.
So yeah, we're going to search through the supplies to see if there is anything else other than leather and iron.
We're gonna
yeah,
So
do detect magic as a ritual.
okay. So you do detect magic. It doesn't seem like there's anything magical here. Uh, there's a lot of yeah, like it looks like steel, leather, some lumber, like cut boards, and just building supplies in general, like bricks and stuff.
Tools?
There are smithing tools in here, stone cutters tools, and leather workers tools.
Ooh, so
Mm.
we got stuff that we could build here. Huh.
Yeah, definitely, and it does look like maybe someone was working on making things at some point because you do see like a partially finished set of leather armor, for example.
Ah, okay.
Why they were doing
Interesting.
this, it's hard to say.
Hmm.
Hmm. Does anybody need anything? Well, one of
I
the
mean,
things we. Yep, go ahead.
was gonna say at the very least, if we can't use it, maybe the hobgoblins can, and it'll be a show of like,
Oh yeah, very good
yeah,
idea.
at least let them
Yeah.
know that we mean that we're on their side.
Multiple sets
Well,
of
and
tools, or is it
it
just
can
one of
help.
each?
Sorry, what did you say, Bellfire?
Is there multiple sets of tools, or is it just one set of each of those that you listed?
So it looks like it is a proper workshop area. So there's only one set, but it looks like if they were left here, these would actually this place might give you a bonus to using the tools. Mechanically, it would probably be about a +3 if you had one of the tool proficiencies and used the shop here.
Hmm.
I was just thinking about long term having them in case for future things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you guys might be right that I think we can, after we deal with the windmill, we can tell the hobgoblins about it. And
Well, I think we should do that right now before we, because if anything happens, at least they can start building. I mean, if they need like armors for their forces or reinforcements, they may be able to use that workshop now that we kind of cleared the way, and
how long are you?
at least we can
How
tell
long are you
them.
needing the windmill?
Well, so this, I mean, going back is like what, 5 minutes, 10 minutes?
Well, Jean Luc would say, if you wish, I could go back and tell them while you go ahead to the windmill.
Or we
Yeah,
could
okay.
send it back.
That's a good. Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, let's have Jean-Luc. So I would really recommend Jean-Luc that you tell Orcord that he should at least secure this place so that nobody else kind of, or at least they would have to fight for it, because it seems like a pretty good place we found, and as allies, it's kind of a token of for friendship,
He,
like
Hmm.
Nico said.
he nods. He says, "Yes, I would agree. It would be a good showing of friendship to them. So, why don't I go do that while you
Aye,
continue to look for the windmill,
aye, fair
and I
enough.
will meet up with you later after you find out what's going on, or maybe I will find you before and rejoin you."
Well, we can meet here. We can decide to meet here after we're done with the windmill if we are still there. If we don't come back within one day, you're welcome to try to find us.
He nods. He says, "All right, I'll head back then." And with that, he kind of takes a quick look around outside and starts quietly making his way back towards the cathedral.
Okay.
All right, so what does the group want to do?
We are going to, well, are we resuming following Balefire to the mill?
I think so. What
Yeah,
else would
yeah,
we do?
sounds good.
All right, let's do that.
Yeah, it looks like Ito said he's gonna hop off.
Yeah, I just so that
Hmm.
we're
All right.
done.
Well, all right. So the group is continuing southward.
Hopefully, it's not a real fight because we're we're low.
I mean, I could probably just keep them in the background or something,
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
technically they're all still with you.
Yeah.
yeah.
So we have Sheva, Ito, and Katsu in the background. Oh, and
Order.
or rear end, yeah, or no,
Yeah.
your wizard.
By the
So
way,
we're
Balefire, you didn't get your XP from last session.
I meant to ask you about that. Where's that
Yeah,
message?
it's in the
Oh, I
action
see it. Yep.
in the new server.
Thank you.
All right,
Yeah.
so as you get down to here, with your 17 in perception, you would see movement coming from this house here. And actually, 17 is enough that you would know at least several of them are Revenant, undead forces. You're not sure if there are other things in there, but yeah, that's what you'd see Balefire from this location.
So I'll go
So
back.
clearly, we've seen one mill when we entered from the north. So there's multiple mills all around the place,
Seems like
Yep.
it,
right?
yeah.
Right.
But this is not the mill we're looking for, right?
Well, you don't think so. There's no miasma, and as you get close, it didn't seem like there was anything going on. It just seems like a broken down old windmill.
All right. I think we should go proceed stealthily so we don't trigger these revenants over here. To trigger their attention.
If I catch up with Balefire on the mill, I will ask to kind of climb up to the top of the mill to take a look around to see in which direction, maybe from a high vantage point, I can see other mills or some kind of miasma.
So, if the rest of the is the whole group approaching the mill from the north?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
think so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need stealth checks from everyone, but you are at advantage because of
Okay.
the distance and the thick mists around the city.
All right. Let's do that. Oh yeah. Oof, good thing.
Well,
Uh,
Nico is
what?
not the most
Oh, yeah.
stealthy,
Okay, well,
no.
but let me check your other party members. All right. So, luckily, you are able to cover for each other pretty well. The mists help keep the party hidden. And Jean-Luc, you said you were gonna climb up and take a look.
good work. Jean-Luc is back.
I'll
Or
give him a
sorry,
boost.
not Jean-Luc. Calgrod, right?
It, it's the accent.
Yeah, it's the accent. All right. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
there's an old ladder in there. It's kind of falling apart, but you're
Well, I'd rather go from the wall of the because I have a climb speed,
oh
so I
right.
can climb. I
Yeah,
can
that's
use
right.
that even if I have to make athletic check. I can climb up there.
No, you probably not. You have a climb
I don't
speed,
have
so
spider climb. I don't have spider climb. I just it's a regular climb speed. So I
but
know athletic check are still part of those.
oh, I
I'm
guess
just doing faster.
yeah, I always thought it was like a spider climb thing, but is it more
No, no,
just
no.
you're able to climb quickly? Is that what that is?
Yeah. So
Okay.
the way. So, well, there's the spider climb spell that tells you you can actually walk like the vampire has or
Yeah.
stuff like that. So they can actually walk on the ceiling. But the regular climb speed is just getting you to climb faster because you don't have all speed and
Gotcha.
maybe easier. It's up to you to decide
All
if
right.
the check require athletics or not.
Well, yeah, that is a pretty sheer surface, so I'd probably do an athletics.
Right?
Can I give him a boost to help him out?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, sure. I'll say that you can make a check as well, and I'll use the higher one.
Is that like a boost from your powers or a boost
No, no,
from
no.
your
I just
health?
meant like hook my hands together to help you,
Yeah,
give you
so
something
Oh,
more to
help.
on.
I would
Nice.
say just
Okay.
yeah, you can give an athletics check as well, then
All right.
Nico,
I,
and I'll take the higher of you two.
I'm
Okay,
not
so you
bad.
both do pretty good. So yeah, you kind of find some handholds in the wall, looking at the ladder and being a little
Uh-huh.
bit concerned. So you're like, all right, I'll climb up the wall, and you do make it up to the top, where the kind of rafters are, and looking out the window, or several windows, you get a better view of the area. So
Hmm.
give me a moment,
Yeah, I
and
would
I'll
probably
update
stay
that.
on the roof, but ooh.
So you do in
Uh,
fact see to the
oh, there is.
south
I see it. It's
uh,
south.
a
I'm not yelling that. I'm not yelling
yeah, I figured. Uh, yeah,
Hey guys.
and you would actually see a couple things. Hang on, let me reveal some stuff here. But yeah, first of all, to the south, there is another windmill with a strange darkish miasma coming out of the kind of windows and doors, almost like a dry ice, but much darker and kind of flowing over the area nearby. You would notice. What's your passive perception?
Good. 18 if I remember correctly. Let me know. Yeah, 18.
19. You would notice that it looks like there may be a couple of corpses near it as well.
Okay.
Like
Or at
hobgoblin.
least someone,
Yeah,
someone or
yeah.
something laying there and not moving.
Okay.
Another thing you notice, which might make you a bit uneasy, is that there is a large bone-like creature. I hope I have the stats for it here. I was hoping I had the picture. Give me one moment. Let me
Hmm.
grab the
Yeah.
picture for this because I thought I had it in this game, but I might not. but it's basically like a large creature that looks like it was put together uh, using many different types of bones.
Hmm.
And haven't we seen this giant skeleton with a fight when we met the monk?
Oh, maybe you did see one of these before. That's weird then. Why am I not seeing it in the.
Yeah, because I remember we fled. We were near the windmill. We
Yeah,
approached
that's right. I think you
the
ran away
ghouls,
from it.
and we ran away from a big skeletal creature that was coming up.
But I'm not
Um,
finding it in my notes for some reason.
I don't think you added in the first games. You didn't add the opponents yet. On I'm pretty sure uh, because I think the first one we saw was a Plesiosaurus abomination. And after you started adding the Oblex, another Oblex maybe in the first one. And we met this guy before the Oblex.
Hmm.
Alright. Well,
Plunge under is a Bone Claw. So that was Helik or Karen. Yeah, the door.
yeah, sorry. Give me one more moment to
Yeah.
consult my notes a little bit more, see if I can figure this out. Wonder if I'm looking at the wrong name or something. Oh, skeletal monstrosity. That's what it was. I might be. I think I.
Well,
Oh,
that sounds fun.
okay, good. I do have it. I was just looking at the wrong place. So yeah, you see one of those over here. Not that big.
Right.
Moving around through the city. It looks like it's heading north. And you would see what looks like a large pack of ghouls in a house here, and here, and here.
Hmm.
So it seems like this part of the city of Isik is a bit infested. That's all you see,
So
though.
I'm kind of
Yeah.
going down to them and say, okay, well, the mill is down there. It's kind of more like some kind of icy miasma than anything, but there's a lot of creatures. What I think we should do is head down east towards the bank of the river and follow the bank of the river all the way south past the last house and then head to the mill from there. Because if we go here, there's like groups in between, and I think we'll have a better chance of being sneaky if we only have monsters on one side of us and not on both sides.
Okay.
So
Okay. I mean,
I'm kind of pointing. Let's go back here. Then we go east toward here. Then we just follow the river discreetly here, and then we come back to the mill.
All right. So that's the plan you're executing.
yeah.
All
I
right. So the group backs off from the mill and is heading to the river. So uh, as you get around here, you would notice something strange, Balefire. Your detect magic spell, which is still going, is showing an aura coming from this house here.
Hey guys, we should check something out here.
Yep. Alright, so
Okay.
you go first. We stay put on next to the other house until you do the scouting, or do you want us to come with you?
I'll scout this out real quick. If I get
Okay.
into
Alright,
trouble, I'll let you know.
I'll give
Alright.
him guidance real quick.
All right. So Balefire is gonna go inside.
So I think, sorry, I want to make sure my familiar is back. So I mean, I had the components for it, so I would have done that anyway back at the thing when we rested, but whatever.
So it's a little late now, but you could probably get your familiar back later, or if you want to take some time now to do that ritual.
Let me run the command real quick to see if I brought it back. Sentry.
You do, yeah, the command is just familiar. I think it will tell you if it's actually set up right now. If you do familiar.
Yep. Thank you. I've got too many channels. Familiar. Ah, I do. I did summon it.
Yes, yeah,
okay.
you did.
So I have the owl. So I'll tell them. I'll send Wingman to you guys if I need help.
Well, well, you can. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
All right. So you sneak in.
So technically, how far is the house from here to here?
From that house back there, I want to say that is probably about 100 feet or so.
Okay, 100 feet. Okay, yeah, so that's
It's not
close
that
enough.
far.
Yep, all right.
All right, so Balefire, give me a stealth check as you attempt to move quietly into this house. All right, so you are very quiet as you, I don't know, maybe climb through an open window. You do hear something moving around in here. It sounds like it's the noise that is the movement is coming from where the aura is, because you can see the aura kind of inside one of the inner walls.
So so there's like the aura is coming from the wall, and the scratching or whatever's coming from inside the wall too.
Well, you think maybe something is moving around on the other side of the wall, which is where this aura might be coming from. So maybe just in another room.
Okay, so I'll carefully go down the corridor, see if I can find the back side of the wall.
All right, so you're moving quietly through the house. You see an open door, and when you sneak up to it, looking inside the room, there is a ghoul sitting there that's seemingly just staring right at the wall where you see the magical signature coming from. You also notice a bunch of bloody claw marks as if something was scratching at the wall where the magical signature was coming from, like trying to actually claw through the wall and was just tearing its hands apart on it.
Does this
Lovely.
ghoul look any different than the normal ghouls that we've encountered?
No, it just seems like a normal ghoul, but for some reason it's transfixed watching the wall where the magical signature is coming from.
Oh, okay. I'm totally gonna sneak up on this guy and mess his shit up.
Alright, so with your 30 stealth, you have no problem sneaking up on him, so I'll give you a sneak attack opening, which will probably kill him, but let's see.
Action.
So 16 would strike. Go ahead and you're not an assassin, right?
Correct. I'm not.
All right, so go ahead and just give me a attack with your sneak attack damage.
I just play one in my stories. It's a 14 and a 17,
Okay, so
31.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you just kind of sneak up behind this thing as it's staring at the wall and just sword right through its head. It twitches a bunch and falls over.
All right, let's see if we can. All right, having done that, I'll go and get the group and tell them that there's a wall I want to pop open real quick to get something out of it.
Alright, so you head back, grab the group, and bring them over. Yeah, this house looks like it's been abandoned for quite some time, though. Actually, survival might tell you something.
I'll
Make a check.
Nico, I'm going to help Nico.
I'll say anyone
Sure.
trained can make a check. You probably wouldn't
Yeah.
notice this
Oh,
untrained.
only.
Ah,
Are you trained or untrained, Nico?
I am, but that still didn't very well.
Well,
Well,
13. Go
I
ahead.
still help you, so you have advantage.
Yeah.
Well,
Because I am trained.
You
Oh
could
yeah,
you could
okay.
make your own roll. That's
Oh okay.
usually
Oh
when I
yeah,
do
yeah, yeah.
assist. I
That's true.
usually do the my house
That
rule
is
of
true.
just have both people roll and take the higher.
Do it. Do it.
Yes. Not bad.
All
There
right.
you go.
No,
So
no, no,
Oh,
no. It's stealth.
yeah.
I did. It's a 15. With a 9, it's a 15, not a 11.
all right. So
Uh,
with 13 and 15 with your training, you would both note that it seems like a lot of ghouls have come through here. Almost like large groups may have come
oh,
in.
this is the
A
entrance to the
lot
keep.
of a lot of them have seemingly come into this room where this these scratch marks are, and maybe even like been scratching at the wall where this.
This is how they enter the keep, so we close that door. That's what it is. Good find, Belfire.
So you think that you don't think there's anything in the wall? You think we're
No,
just
I don't think there's anything. Well, you can check it out, but I would not. I don't know. It's clearly. Well, if there's a way to identify who or what may have cast that spell, that could be useful for us to know. But my guess would be that it's the entrance to the keep, and the ghouls cannot get into the keep anymore.
so like if I jump into this wall, am I going to end up in the keep?
I think so. But maybe not anymore because we may have closed that. But I don't know if we have closed that to all of us. Can you try to send your familiar through it?
As easily as you can send Deja through it.
Well, the only thing is that I can
Oh,
bring Deja back.
Okay. All right. I'll tell Wingman fly. Can you fly through this wall and
uh,
then
so the owl gives you a bit of a look, looks at the wall, and goes "whoo" and flies, smacking into the solid wall, and then kind of flaps its wings angrily and flies up to the rafters, looking down at you, annoyed.
so Balefire is going to go over there and start scratching the wall with his um, something.
Give
Do
me
you
an
want me to hit it with a hammer?
Okay, I'll get out of the way and let her hit it with a hammer.
Hold on, folks, because I'm worried that
so
if this is a magical gate and somebody is kind of keeping tab on them, if we destroy it, we may trigger
Can we back up on how why
somebody coming
Calgrod
up.
thinks? Can we back up as to
Huh?
why Calgrod thinks that this is a magical gate? We're staring at a wall that there's a magical aura on, right?
Yeah, and we know that the ghouls are being entering the keep from the city, and we know that they mostly come from the undercase. So there must be. You're right that there should be a portal, but what we did is probably close that portal, and that's why the ghouls cannot enter the keep anymore. That would be my guess.
So what I'm
What
doing
kind
is
of aura? What kind of aura did you see on that magic? What?
so the aura is actually coming from something that you think is inside the wall, because you
this is
can't.
the
Okay.
inside the wall.
Okay. So then that's okay. So it's not the wall itself. Okay.
Yeah, you would guess that. Well, yeah, you can't see the actual aura because you can't see the item yet. But yeah, you think there might be something inside the wall here that the ghouls were
Okay.
scratching
So
at.
I'm not saying anything anymore. I thought that was on the wall, like a sigil on the wall or something like that.
All right.
I misunderstood.
So
Okay. So
Nico, there's a thing like right here. We don't want to hit the thing in case it's like a vase. All right. Let's hit next to the thing and
next
then
to the
pull the
thing.
wall open.
So,
Okay.
investigation might actually tell you something if you're looking at the wall there.
I'm trained in that. Oh, but he's better.
Well,
I'm not trained though. That was just
you can both make a check if you want. It's not like a
I'm
one
rolling,
person thing.
rolling.
So you're kind of looking at the wall. It seems to be pretty fortified. And actually, looking at the scratches, you think it went through the stone and they were scratching at something steel. As you look around, you find what at first you thought was just a stone, like as part of the wall's construction, is a button. As
Hmm.
you do you want to push it?
Can I push it with my hammer?
Point a bit
Sure.
I'll back up like 50 feet on the other side of the room
Do
with
you
Dija.
do you want to hit the button with your hammer?
I'm just like poking at it with the hammer because I was excited to hit a wall and then I didn't get to. So
All right. So you're poking at the wall with your hammer. As you
yep.
push the button in with the hammer, there is a click, and the wall slides open a bit.
Chocolate.
Cool.
As it does, you see a dark miasma start coming out of the wall.
Ooh.
I'm gonna back up real quick.
All right, so the miasma looks like it was built up there a while, and after a moment, it kind of clears, and there's now just a kind of steady stream of miasma coming out, and what appears to be some kind of dark crystal in like a safe-like containment in the wall.
Hmm.
Didn't
Uh,
that
So,
that guy was looking for these things, right?
yeah.
yeah.
Well, but we have to. There's something that Jean-Luc didn't tell us about this shadow crystal, and Zutan already has one too. So let's keep that discovery to ourselves right now.
All right. Can we get this out of this little vault without the miasma being a problem?
Um.
So you would note that the crystal is constantly giving off a miasma, and actually, anyone with a 15 or over in perception would notice there's a small crack in this crystal, like it's leaking.
Oh shit. Okay. So that's I'm pointing that out to them. Hold on. Is that the same miasma that I see from the mill?
It looks similar, for sure.
Can
Ah, it's
Schroeder do an
leaking.
Arcana check?
Sure.
'Cause I guarantee you, Schroeder would have said, "I want to do an Arcana check."
Yeah, I'll Schroeder it up. He's like,
Thanks.
Arcana check. So he looks closely at it,
She.
or sorry, she looks closely at it and thinks for a moment and says, "Yes, this might be the shadow crystals that he was talking about. Uh, I don't know much about them, but judging by the structure, I wonder if this is some sort of magical energy source."
Do I mean I can try to cast mending on the crystal, but I'm not going near it uh if that stuff is gonna hurt.
Oh, well,
Right.
yes, if you can mend the crystal, that might stop the miasma flow. Can you mend it without touching it? She
Uh,
says.
no.
Oh, well, you might have to. You might have to touch it if we want to carry this thing. I don't know
I
if.
don't think I agree with Schroeder. I don't think we should keep it enclosed if it's leaking, but if you manage to actually mend it, so let's see if do I have anything that can help you if well, yeah, Nico, I can spare you from dying if you touch that crystal.
And I mean, I have to touch it for a minute. I can't just run in and
Uh,
poke it
It's
and
it's
hopefully run back
6. I
out.
think it's. Oh,
yes.
is it 1 minute? So
Yeah.
Schroeder says, "Well, it doesn't. It looks like it's necrotic energy, small amounts. I don't know how deadly it would be, but you might end up being withered a bit by the magic. So uh, it's a risk for sure.
With
But if we're gonna, I mean, bringing this thing with us, I mean, if there are like Zutan is looking for it, it could be useful to us. Or I suppose we could just leave it here.
Just shut the door, and try and like cover it back up and just tell. I mean, we know where it is, and it was
Yeah,
obviously
I
safe
agree
here.
with
So why don't we just leave it here?
I agree with Wildfire. We know where it is. We know where to find it.
yeah.
So unless you are willing to take that risk, I
Schroeder
don't think we
seems
should.
a little disappointed. She wanted to examine it more.
When you say withered, could you elaborate on that for my sake as the player?
Well, you do you have Arcana?
No.
Do you have religion?
No.
All right. Well, if you ask Schroeder, she would explain that necrotic energy is generally a source of draining of life force. It reacts negatively with living things. causing them to be drained of their essence. So it's a small
Oh,
amount coming from the crystal, but over a minute it might do some damage to you. I don't think it would be
okay.
enough to kill you, but it might hurt you a little.
Okay. But are we talking like permanent or
No, no, it's she says
okay.
it's just like it's like any other damage. It could be healed over
Okay.
time.
Well,
Well, that's my guess. She says I don't know for sure,
all right.
but
Well, I mean, if this thing's important, I'm willing to risk that much. Yeah.
Right?
So,
Schroeder seems happy.
Thank you. I'm tapping her on the back, and the top of the back. I have to kind of put on my toe to tap.
All right, so yeah, you get a tap on the back from Calgrod. So you're gonna walk
thank you.
over and cast mending on this thing.
Yeah.
All right, so as you cast the spell, you do. Well, it doesn't say you have to touch it for a minute. It just says it takes a
It
minute to cast the spell.
and the range is touch. So,
Yeah, it's a range touch.
Uh,
Yeah, and the way they're describing with the two lodestone,
okay.
it's probably a touch effect.
yeah, so I'm
As
just wondering if you just touch it once when you complete the spell, or if you have to hold the thing while you're mending it.
There's a lot of room
Um,
uh,
for interpretation here.
I
yeah,
mean, if we want to interpret that I just have to touch it at the end, that's fine.
yeah,
um,
uh,
hmm, I'm pretty sure the touch has to be done during the casting time because she has to
Yeah.
keep the concentration during the casting. I don't think the
well,
touch is just one touch. It's a whole manipulation during that minute
Yeah.
yeah.
because you have.
I mean, it doesn't say it's a concentration effect, but all right. Why don't you
But
give
no,
me?
no, it is. It is. It won't say it. It's because the casting time is 1 minute. When you have a casting time over one round, you have to concentrate to keep your spell going. It's the
Oh,
same as
okay,
if you're reading a spell.
fair enough. All right, so give me a con save.
Unsave.
Okay. So
Ooh,
you
nice.
definitely feel this crystal starting to drain you as you pick it up. You're casting the spell, and you feel yourself being withered a bit. So,
Ah, we'll keep going. We'll just finish it.
do you have any resistances to necrotic damage?
No,
All
I
right.
do not.
So you managed to complete the spell, but over the course of the spell, you take 10 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And the
Well,
crystal is no longer leaking. It's now just pulsing with a black energy in your hand.
Good job, Nico.
thank you.
Awesome.
Should we drop
Uh,
So
How
another?
are you feeling? How are you
uh,
feeling?
that hurt a little, but here's the crystal. What do we want to do with it?
Let's drop it in an alternate dimension. And Balefire opens his bag.
Schroeder nods. She says we should definitely keep it where someplace where it won't bang around, or else we might have more cracks to repair.
Yep.
All
All
right,
right.
so you're putting it in your portable hole.
Oh, my bag of holding.
Okay, which you keep in your portable hole, right?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
I spent
Fair
3 years
enough.
avoiding that. Thank you very much.
You have them in very separate parts of your backpack. All right.
Yeah.
So you bring out your
Uh,
bag of holding and put it in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so it's called
mm,
a dark crystal.
It is a shadow crystal.
Okay.
by the way, Belfast, I wanted to ask you, did we see you wear the eyes of the eagle or not?
Yes, I wore them. I had them on for a little while. Um, I think back when we were underground. Uh,
Yeah, so if we did, Calgord would kind of point out that didn't you add like some magic item that allowed you to see better? Because with where we're going, I'd like to have the best. I mean, are you not using it right now?
I'm using it right now. Yeah, it requires attunement, so um, if you wanna wear them, you're welcome to.
Well, I think it could be beneficial that we get, I mean, we're getting into a place where I think noticing small details will be important. I couldn't really see the details from the meal. That's when I thought about that. I remember seeing that to you, but that will require us taking a short rest here. Would you guys be okay with that or not?
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So are you taking those Calgrod?
If he's offering, I would.
Yep. You can go ahead and put them on.
I,
They're loners
so,
for now, buddy.
yep, that's, I would not expect anything else.
And these are the eyes of the eagle, right?
Yep.
All right.
So, no, that's not for here, it's for Edward, not on the right.
Okay. So advantage on wisdom checks. Rely on sight.
Yeah, and that's because I think from the meal I would have seen probably more with those.
Yeah. Now, is that something that Balefire had on him, or is that something we found? I forget.
Put it on me.
I don't know.
No,
Where
where did
did
I get?
you? Where did we find it?
Where did I find
I
it?
can't remember now. I think didn't you find it in Duji? Wasn't that something that Oni had?
I think the Oni had it.
Duji?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it was Duji. It was one of the items Duji had.
Gotcha.
The Oni that Belfare killed, and Belfare and Tigre at the time.
Okay. So you spend an hour here attuning. You finish up, and it's probably about 3:34 ish now in the
Okay.
afternoon.
Can I spend a hit dice in that?
Yeah, you can go ahead and do a short rest.
Perfect.
Things are pretty quiet in here. Uh, yeah, no more ghouls seem to show up. Uh,
Perfect.
and actually, names. Schroeder would say, I wonder if those crystals, those shadow crystals, attract the ghouls for some reason. Because didn't Zutan say that he couldn't see them?
Hmm.
See what the ghouls?
The shadow crystals. I thought I remember him saying something about uh, the the shadow crystals were hidden from the undead of Isik. But maybe the
Ah,
ghouls can.
yes. He mentioned that. Yes, in fact.
But then why would the ghouls be clawing at the wall?
That's what I mean. I wonder if they can sense it
Oh,
somehow.
maybe because it was leaking.
Ah, that's true. It was leaking. Good point,
That
Calgrod.
that would point out that if the miasma on the meal is the same thing, then it's either a cache of shadow jewels that are leaking a lot, or but then I would have seen a lot of ghouls around it, so
Maybe they're all
w-
inside.
maybe they are inside. Yes, good point. Okay, so that's what we may have to face.
All right. So
Well,
you would finish your short rest.
mm-hmm.
What do you want to do? Continue moving along the river?
Yeah, we'll keep. Unless you guys have I think keeping on the bank of the river by the side of the water and just going down.
Still moving
Yeah.
stealthily, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. So you're coming down this way. I need some stealth checks from the group. It would be an
Okay.
advantage to avoid the sight of the revenants over here.
Right. I'm going to help Nico.
Please do.
Calgrod is on it with
On
a
Bellfire.
30.
What's
Balefire
happening
is
to you?
yeah.
A little distracted.
Balefire is
Sorry.
it's too muddy. This riverbank's too muddy. It's making it harder. But you actually do pretty good with the help of your other friends, the group avoids the uh, revenants, and as you get south here, it's taking you very close to this ghoul pack. So I need another set of checks without advantage.
Aye. Da, da, da,
Oh boy.
Aye.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
Good.
Balefire's on it this time. Everyone's on it
Yeah.
apparently. Schroeder's not on it.
I mean, I definitely rolled my
Rear end,
best one.
yeah, rear ended okay. But luckily, you are unseen by the ghouls as you continue south.
Let's shoot a fireball at them.
Just burn down the house. All right, so you get to this point here. What do you want to do?
Um, so when we get like behind that house, I'm probably going to do a climb on the roof to see with the eyes of the eagle if I can see anything indicating any presence inside or the nature of the. We're like 300 feet, 300, 400 feet from the mill, right?
All right. Unfortunately, this isn't clear visibility because of the fog, but I will still
Oh,
give you the advantage on your perception check.
that is true.
Would a gust of wind help?
This is like hundreds of feet of fog, so it
Okay.
would probably just clear out this area, but
Cool.
it wouldn't help over at the mill unless you were over there, which at that
Gotcha.
point would
That's
be
fair.
kind of yeah. So go ahead, give me a check, Calgrod, with advantage. It's an easy climb, so I will make you roll athletics. Oh, 21. So yeah, you can see those corpses clearer now. Those are definitely hobgoblins, and they look kind of emaciated, as if their life force was drained.
Right, so we've
You
seen.
would also see what appears to be someone or something moving around within the windmill, but you can't make out details very well.
Okay. So is this miasma more like at the bottom of the mill or is it at the top too?
It is flowing out of the windows up top as well as the door and windows at the bottom.
So any kind of opening is oozing this kind of miasma?
Sorry, what?
Any kind of opening,
Uh,
or
you
are there opening I can see where it's not seeming to be oozing miasma?
unfortunately, you would probably have to walk through it to get inside.
Okay. All right, so I'm kind of going down and pointing out that there is somebody inside. Now, the miasma does not cover the whole meal, right? It's only oozing from some of the window and stuff like that, but it's not covering like the top of the meal or
No, it's not coming. Like it's not coming out of the walls themselves, just out of the openings of the mill.
but is it kind of is it like a mist or is it like solid?
It's more like a mist, like dry ice looking,
Okay, dry ice.
but much darker.
Much darker, and it doesn't seem to be moving. So we see it's not completely hiding the meal.
No,
There's part of
you
the meal
can.
I was able to see, right?
Yeah, in fact, you can see most of the mill. It seems more like it's flowing down the outsides from the window and like kind of pooling out to about 5 feet around the mill itself, and not flowing
Okay.
any farther than that.
Okay, so it's okay. Okay, so that's it's not like it's being dissipated by something. It just stay within 5 feet of the meal. All right, so I
Yeah,
point
yeah.
all that out to my friends, and I kind of point out that if we had a way to fly up to the top of the meal, we may be able to get in without being exposed to this kind of miasma stuff.
But sorry, you're saying that it doesn't look like it's like continuing a continuous flow. So
It
does it look
seems
like
it
it's something that we
no,
could blow away?
it seems like a flow, but somehow the flow seems constrained within 5 feet of the walls. So
Hmm.
it's not like either it's dissipating because it's meeting like more fresh air or something like that, but it's not covering the full height of the meal. So I'm wondering if we could Hey, maybe we could try to let's see. We are like 200 feet out. Uh, if we could get uh, how how far? So maybe we could get here at the edge. How far the mill wind, like the like the rotation thing? How do you call them?
The blades, like
The
how close
blade.
did they get to the
Yes,
ground?
yes.
Uh,
Are the blade outside of the mist or not?
so the blades themselves, at this point, have probably fallen off because they're
Ah,
pretty old
okay.
and broken, so they're probably not very usable.
Okay,
Mm.
so the blades don't seem to be working. Okay, so that's out of the window.
Uh,
Uh,
but yeah, wind does seem like it's affecting the miasma, so
Okay.
using a strong wind might help clear it, at least
that,
temporarily.
alright, well then that's the way in. We'll have to be stealthy because there's somebody inside.
Well, I'm not
So
sure how stealthy we can be if I'm shooting a gust of wind in front of me.
Yeah, it would probably be
yeah,
very
yeah, that is
noticeable.
true. That is true. Well, I
But if
guess
you guys want to follow me in, then I can shoot a gust of wind in front of me to try to at least clear a
yeah,
path for us.
I'm good with that. So I'm going to prepare and share dark vision with Balfire and Nico on the eyes of the night. So they both gain 300 feet dark vision,
Okay.
and then should I do the sanctuary right now or not? It lasts for only 1 minute, so probably not.
Hmm.
All right, so let's try that. So we'll walk behind you, and we are going to yeah, to kind of follow your lead through this thing if you can bypass it.
Okay.
All
Um,
right. Give me one moment.
absolutely.
Actually, it is daylight. Yeah, give me a moment to set up the map here.
Um,
All right, so you're going to be coming into this map from the south, uh, southeast section because you're kind of coming up towards the mill.
Do
okay.
you mind if we do a 2 or 3 minute break?
Oh yeah, we can take a 5 minute break,
All
stretch break. So yeah, I'll see you back
right,
here around 12:48 or so.
all right. Thanks.
Yeah, no worries.
That girl looks kind of like the actress that was in Jurassic World and the TV series Merlin.
What girl?
The one east of Schroeder.
Oh,
That one.
Sheva.
Yeah.
I always thought she looked like what's her face from Witcher.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I
Uh,
can see that too.
yeah, I forget the name of the character right now. Not
Like the one who gets an extreme makeover done?
Yeah, the main lady who's like kind of the love interest of The Witcher.
Uh,
What's her name now?
He bangs so many girls, like it's hard to keep him straight.
I haven't even finished the first season, so.
Oh, I was referring to the games as well, though too.
Ah,
Uh,
gotcha. Haven't played
he's
those either, actually.
he doesn't. He's not as much in the show. He's not as
True,
much
he's
like
nowhere
hooking
near
up.
as prolific.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I enjoyed the new season though. It was good.
Yeah, man, they nailed. Like they couldn't have picked a better actor for him, though.
Oh yeah, he's great.
Just
Like,
perfect.
yeah. I didn't really like him as Superman, but he does so good at Witcher.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I think he's an avid video game player, from what I hear. Like, he
Oh,
actually
nice.
really wanted to play that role because he loved The Witcher.
That's cool.
Nice.
I'm gonna go get a soda real quick.
Apparently, Vin Diesel is also a avid D&D player, and his movie, The Last Witch Hunter, was based off of one of his D&D characters.
He played that character with was it Celebrity D&D? There was an episode of that with the Critical Role crew.
Have you been watching Vox Machina?
No,
So
no,
on
I'm
Amazon Prime, yeah, it's a D&D cartoon. It's
yeah,
not branded as D&D, but it's obvious that it's like a D&D group.
yeah.
And it's obviously a cartoon. Um, it's I mean it's about all you could ask for a D&D cartoon.
Yeah,
It's entertaining, a little bit irreverent.
of course. Of course.
Yeah. Anyway, put it on your to-do list.
I'm more of a movie person because TV shows end up being quite a commitment to television. Movies, it's like hour or two and you're done.
Yeah, I
But
get that.
if you get the chance to watch Clone High,
It's
that
Yennefer,
was an
that's what her
entertaining
name
show.
was.
Yennefer, yeah.
Jennifer? Jennifer of are we talking Witcher?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
saying she looks like her.
yeah, Sheva,
Mm-hmm.
I thought, because Balefire said she looks like an actress, and I said I thought she kind of looked
Mm.
like Yennefer.
Jennifer of I can't remember. No, I can't remember the second part of her name.
Alright,
The
we all
one
back?
you yeah.
All half of us, yep.
Half the group. Well, hopefully everything's okay with Katsu. I'm guessing he probably just fell asleep or something. Because
Mm-hmm.
he's just been AFK. So, in any case, you are approaching, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Actually, I'm going to take the AFK people off the board.
Bien Nico.
yeah, yeah.
I got my
Once
shield
we
up.
once we get close to the miasma, Nico would have started casting gust of wind. 'Cause it
Alright,
lasts for a minute, so
so as you are approaching, I'll say like when you move up to about here, if you want to move yourselves forward, but in whatever formation you want.
sorry,
Okay.
going we're going towards the east
North.
or north. Okay.
North is the windmill.
Cool, cool, cool.
No, she's a windmill. Okay, so Dija, where is Dija? Dija is right there. Oh, sorry.
Is it just straight north? It looks
Yeah,
like it.
it's up here.
Okay.
Whoa. Ah, darn it. Ah,
So I think
You
you
right?
should be able to.
yeah, that's fine. It's I had a weird move of
You can if you drag over both Deja and Calgrad, you can move them together.
Oh,
Yeah, you
okay.
can
Okay,
select
cool.
multiple tokens at once. Yeah,
All
like
right.
a RTS.
I got it.
But yeah, as you kind of get up to this area, which I assume you're kind of coming up this way, right?
Uh, yeah, the side that has looks like it has a grate.
So as you get closer, you see the miasma starting to move, and several humanoid creatures appear from the miasma.
Do they look like hobgoblins?
They do not. They look
I-
like this.
Mm,
Uh, they seem to make
Mm.
a bit of a like a I don't want to say a howling noise, but like almost like a noise as if a wind was blowing as they start to move towards you. Give me initiative rolls.
Alrighty.
Shit.
Hmm.
All right, so initiative. Right. Oh, yes, that's a good one.
You're rolling like I do. Usually. Um,
And gonna I'll put Sheva in the background.
Fireball. No, sorry for original jar.
I don't really want to control all three of your background
yeah,
people, so I'll just put her
yeah.
in helping you. All right. So the
Um,
first person to act is the owl. So the owl is probably flying around above your head, Balefire, making a bit of a
No,
hubbub.
he's parked on my shoulder.
Oh, okay.
He
So
parks
then,
on my shoulder until I need him.
so he's probably parked on your shoulder. I don't know if you're telling him to do anything, but
At this time, no.
okay. So he's just going to sit here and take the dodge action. Calgrod, you would be next. The shadows seem to be approaching you.
That roll. So I'm not in initiative. My owl was.
Oh,
Yeah,
uh,
That's supposed to be me. Like the token selection begins.
okay. So you, yeah, you probably have to move your owl to the side of your token just so you can select yourself.
Yeah,
Go ahead and
there it is.
uh,
it's like how I'm always the torch. Yeah.
all right. So we'll say, well, yeah, okay, we'll just go with that. So Calgrod, what are you doing?
Um, do I know anything about these creatures? Do I know what they are?
Do you have religion?
I do not.
Okay, so um, they appear to be some sort of shadowy undead, but you don't know specifics about them if you don't
Mm,
have religious training.
is the miasma like obscuring the sight of the or behind them?
No,
Is that
it
like darkness behind them?
no. So you can see the mill fine. The miasma is more just like a small, maybe like foot off the ground of like a smoky energy. It's just maybe obscuring the ground itself, but the actual windmill you can see fine.
Okay, and is what's the light around? Is that like bright light or what
It's
kind of light?
foggy, so it's like day in Seattle when it's gray out.
Day in Seattle is so it's gray day. Okay, so I'm going to invoke for everybody my harness divine power, and I'm going to channel no, I'm going to channel divinity and do my Twilight Sanctuary. Present my holy symbol, take my shield, and the sphere of twilight emanates from me.
Yep, I'm
30 feet,
very familiar
30
with
feet
this.
radius.
There's like one of these in every
I,
group now.
yeah, I wonder why. Huh?
Yeah, I wonder why.
I
All
wonder
right,
why.
so Calgrod presents his symbol as a strange darkness starts to flow out from him, engulfing a 30-foot radius of kind of obscured lighting, making you all a little
Yeah.
bit harder to see. So that
Mm,
was your action. What else you doing?
that was my action. As a bonus action, I am going to move here, and I
So,
am going to can I climb over there? Is that
so this is about 5 feet. You can jump up
okay?
there. It's just difficult terrain to get up. Once you're up there, it's normal again, and getting down is another
Okay,
5 feet of difficult
yeah.
terrain.
So that's fine because as a ranger, I don't think I am affected by difficult terrain. So
Okay.
I will have a Dija move here, and then I will use something I haven't used much yet, but it's my nature's cloak. Do I? Yeah, nature's mantle. Let me display that.
Okay.
And the oh, but lightly obscured is dim light is not lightly obscured, right? Or
Uh,
is the fog working for lightly obscured?
I would say that the fog is probably obscuring you, but I think here, let me read your thing real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Spear is
Yeah, I
centered
haven't
on
used that
you.
much yet.
Dim light. So dim light actually I think is light obscurement. Um,
Well, that's why I was asking if it's
yeah.
bright light will take over. So dim light doesn't work if it's bright light out there, but if it's foggy, that's your call. So one thing I know about Paro, because I had the same case in my games, is that if you're in bright light and you cast the dim light, it's not creating dim light out of bright light. It does not cancel the bright light. But because it's foggy, that's why I'm asking you.
Yeah. I mean, the fog would probably give you light obscurement.
Right, so I will hide then. I will use my hide action. And how do you do the hiding here? Is that oh, it's a ninja hide. Hide.
Yes, I believe so. Well, that's
Okay.
invisibility. I don't know
Oh,
if I
okay.
have a hide. I really should have a hide status. Um,
Hmm.
hmm.
Uh, so which one
What's
would
this one?
be?
That's blinded. Is there another one that could be hide?
mm,
Hmm.
Not that I see right off the bat.
All right. Well, I'll think about it. What about this? Oh, that's incapacitated. Darn it. It's like a stealthy boot. I thought. Let's
Yeah,
go with. Let's go with. I don't know.
the
Leave it
eyes,
to the
the
Grinch.
eyes, the bleeding eye.
Bleeding eye. I think that's paralyzed
Oh, that's paralyzed. Okay.
or blinded. Let's just go with. How about this one? Oh, it's petrified. Gosh darn it. Just go with invisibility. That's fine.
Okay, so we'll say. So do you want me to roll the stealth now, or how do you want to do that?
Yeah, just roll it and keep in mind what you got.
Right.
Do you have a
15.
weapon out
Well,
yet?
no, I didn't take my weapon out, which
Okay.
is true. I still have a free action, so I'm going to take my rapier out after that.
You draw your
Put that
rapier
back.
as you duck down into the darkness. Balefire,
Yep.
what are you gonna do?
We'll definitely don't start blade songing yet. Um,
I don't think you have, because it only lasts a minute.
wait, what? Oh, right. I haven't started. I
Yeah.
mean, I know I haven't started yet. I'm talking. Should I start now or should I
Oh,
wait?
Should
that is up
should
to
I
you. Yeah.
start it?
So I think are these are actual bushes over here?
Those are trees, but you can kind of go behind them if you want.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do the Calgrod thing and be super sneaky. I can hide with mild obscurement as well.
Well, it's
And
more Kakarot doing the Balfour thing than the
okay,
other way
so Balefire's
around.
gonna do the Balefire thing.
Yeah.
So we'll go 5, 15, 25, 30, 35. And, we'll go ahead and Blade Song for the extra 10. And that'll get me up here. And then
All right.
I'll do a hide as well.
So what type of action is Blade Song?
It's a bonus.
Okay, so I don't think you can
Oh,
hide
right.
because you
You're right.
have to use that as your bonus action.
Yep.
All right. So anything else? So you just kind of move forward in Blade Song.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. So the shadows
Then
go.
I'm giving him temporary points at the end of his turn.
All right. Yep. So the
So
shadows go.
you get six temporary point bonfire.
Okay.
They are flying towards you using dash moves.
So it definitely saw us. All right.
This one goes here. This one comes here. Here. And here. Alright, so they quickly float over the ground as they approach. And you would note that there are more movements, or there is more movement coming from the shadows around the windmill. That's it for them. Nico, what are you going to do?
I am going to. They're looking pretty aggressive, right?
Oh, yeah, they are
Yeah.
coming
Yes.
at you.
Okay. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out how to calculate how far everyone is, but I will go
You have the force
right
icon.
there. Yeah. If I go here,
Yeah.
is this guy within 30 feet of me?
Which guy?
Sorry, this guy?
Yeah, I believe so.
Cool. Then Nico's gonna run there and cast Destructive Wave.
All right, go ahead
Nice.
and link it, because I don't think I've seen this one.
I'd be ducking.
This is the one I used against that vampire the other day.
All right, so you rush up.
And radiant, not necrotic.
Each creature you choose within 30 feet. Ah.
I'm
All
not
right.
hitting my friends.
Yeah, I was going to say, is
um,
Balefire about to blow up?
yeah, but Nico's gonna run over there and just kind of swing her hammer above her head and then
All
hit the
right,
ground. And
so you roar, letting out a burst of radiant energy as you slam the ground, and they need to make some con saves.
Mhm.
I think we are going to mop up. She's going to get all of them, most of them. Then we'll have to do the mopping for
All
the
right, so
rest.
you did thunder and radiant.
Radiant, yeah.
Oh,
That's a great
jeez.
combo, by the way.
All right. Well, they take half damage on a failed or on a successful save.
Yeah, and on a fail, if it's possible, they also get
Right.
knocked prone.
So they're all dead because even making their save, they take like 60 something, and or no, making their
Wow.
save they take like 30 something because they're
Yeah.
vulnerable to the radiant. All right. So a light shines down upon them with the explosion, and they are just incinerated by the radiant energy flowing out from you.
It's definitely my new favorite spell.
Girl, that's hot.
Wow. Nice.
All right.
Very nice.
Anything else?
Quick question. Was I all like were we already where the miasma was, or did it back away? Because
Oh,
I wasn't gonna cast
No,
gust
the
until we got close.
miasma is over here. It's
Okay,
next to
cool.
the
So I'm
windmill.
not concentrating on anything yet. Perfect.
No. So Sheva was about to shoot one of them,
I
but she
gave
says,
I gave 6 temporary points to Nico.
yeah,
Thank you.
you get some temp HP. You put that in your rune
Yep,
bubble. So yeah,
Yes.
yep,
Sheva so kind of looks and says, "Well, I guess I'm not needed." Kind of moves up here and
yep.
gets ready to fire at something.
Giving
Uh,
her three temporary points.
all right. So new round. The miasma bubbles some more, and you see
Oh
more creatures emerging from it.
shit!
Perfect. I got more. Let's do this.
I,
You see three more of those shadows, and I think. Oh, you have seen these before. Uh, a familiar type of creature emerges from the miasma. Uh,
Mm.
the one that you saw in those hallways but didn't attack you, though this one seems much more hostile.
ooh, the one that Belfer like cringed. Yeah,
Yeah, the one that freaked Balefire out.
yeah.
But this one does not seem calm like the other one.
Ooh.
So, a new round. Your owl is still on your shoulder, I would assume.
Uh, Easy,
Yes.
Balefire,
Belfer.
or did you leave him behind?
No, he's on my shoulder. He should have moved with me. I
Okay.
I
apologize.
so he get 6 temporary point.
Yep.
Do you give him any commands, or is he staying here for now?
He's standing on my shoulder.
All right, Calgrod, what are you gonna do?
So as I see these creatures moving, I'm going to move 10, 20, 30, 35 feet here. Stay hidden. I will have Dija move on the other side of the wall over there and go down here. And I am going to ready an action to strike at anything coming. Well, hold on. Balfour is going to go up. Uh, hmm, I am going to ready an action. So I'm going to stay here. And I'm going to have just Dija stay here and ready an action to strike anybody coming near me. And gets his temporary points. Disha had the temporary points, so I get 3, and Dija gets, yeah, for macros. Ooh, 7. Right, and that's it for me.
All right, Balefire.
Right. I will uh, move here. Hide. Can I hide and then ready in action? This hides the bonus.
Yep,
Yeah, that should be fine.
All right. So I'll hide, and I can do a stealth check for you with my cowl up, my cloak of elvenkind, um, and I'll ready in action to hit with my rapier or anything that comes within any of these bad guys that get within 5 feet of me.
Okay. Uh, so the shadows go. This one moves 30 and then dashes flying another 30, which would trigger your attack, Balefire.
Here I go.
You got this.
18 would strike as he comes around the corner. You stab at him, doing 26, which would drop him. So you use your reaction for that, and you do have your weapon drawn, so mark yourself as having your weapon, I would assume, unless you just
Wait,
punched him in the face.
statuses.
Nico, what are you doing?
hold on. Balefire, you get, just in case you get more, you get 7 temporary points. So it's not added, it's a maximum. If you have less than 7, you get 7.
Thank you.
Right?
But,
Alright, what are you doing, Nico? You see more of these
mm,
creatures coming towards you.
yeah.
Oh wait, I didn't move the other shadows. Sorry, they're all
Yeah,
Yeah.
those
watching.
are didn't move
Just
here.
realized. So this one I was like, wait, why are they still back there? So this one flew here, and this one flew here. He came up on the wall.
Ooh, okay, so I strike it as it's coming here.
Yeah, you
And
had a ready to action, right?
yep, and I have advantage because can he see me with a 15 stealth? Does his
Probably not. So you would come out of the shadows striking at him.
I so strike with rapier.
All right.
Yep.
So 25 would strike as you pop out, stabbing him, taking him off guard. He takes 8 points and looks wounded.
I
Uh, so that was your reaction. Mark yourself
yep.
as using a
Yep.
reaction.
That's
Sorry,
having
Nico, back
reacted.
to you. What were you doing?
Absolutely. So Nico is going to just head over here and probably just smack this one with my hammer right now.
Alright, so you bring your hammer down upon this shadowy creature.
Yes. Go. Uh, there it went. Ah,
So 10.
nope.
Let's see. No, that is not enough, so it would float sideways as dirt sprays everywhere from the impact on the ground.
And that'll be what I do right now. That's it. I'll hang tight.
Alright, so the horror is going to seemingly vanish from sight. And then it is going to reappear over here. You would see its like its cape or cloak is sort of flowing, and shadowy tendrils begin to emerge from it, striking out at everything within 60 feet of it, which I think is everyone.
Yeah.
So you all need to give me uh, Dex save DC 16.
Oh,
60 dex save. Phew.
Alright,
Dija has to give dex saves too, a dex save.
so if
And
you made it, you would take 8 points of damage. If you failed it, you'd take 17.
Dija has a +3 for my dex proficiency. So
Unfortunately,
it's
I think
whatever it is.
would your owl be able to survive that?
Nope.
All right.
I'm typing the command right now to kill him.
So unfortunately, the owl is even if it is able to dodge, is drained by the shadowy tendrils and is taken out. I think the rest of you are just withered a bit.
Oh, sorry, Sam. What was that? 8. Sorry for the save.
Yeah. If you made the save, you take 8. If you failed it, you take 17.
So that's minus 10 with temporary. Don't forget the temporary point if you had it. By the way, Nico, I rolled for you at the end of your turn, but I rolled only 3, so I think you had more than that.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I had 6.
All right. So that's it for the
And
shadow
so,
horror. Sheva. She made it, so she took 7. So for her turn, she's gonna curse as she was withered by this jerk, and she's gonna take aim using the distraction Nico is providing to sneak attack. She will
You're welcome.
strike. So distracted by Nico, it suddenly takes a arrow to the back. Unfortunately, I don't think she has a magical bow, so it only takes 13 damage instead of 26. It turns angrily towards her. That's it for her. At the end of the round, something strange happens. You would
hold on
see.
for she get 5 temporary points
Oh, she's too
back.
far back. She
Even.
wouldn't be within the.
Oh, yeah, yeah, she's okay, so she's too far, yes.
Yeah. But at the end of the turn, at the end of the round, a couple more shadows appear. 3 more. and a figure emerges from the tower, flying above.
Uh-oh.
He is wreathed in shadowy miasma, much like the miasma leaking from the tower, and he has kind of a dark energy flowing from his hands. The weird thing is, you recognize this person.
Oh, do we?
Butcher, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yes. It's not Butcher.
Thank goodness.
Uh, I think it's the other guy we fought as a Bunclo. Oh no, it's Thorn. Oh, Thorn! No! No!
So he
So Nico would not recognize him.
no, Nico wouldn't, but other people would. So he's kind of
Yeah.
flying around up there, and he says, "Who has come to disturb my windmill?" And he looks like he's getting ready to blast the group. But that's it for Sheva. Owl, top of the round.
Order fans on site.
Owl's dead.
Yeah. Owl's out.
You take a moment to remember Wingman.
Oh.
There's a little. Oh yeah, the owl's dead. Sorry. There's a little in
Yeah.
memory of on the screen. Calgrod, what are you gonna do?
Right, so I'm going to have Dija move here. Is a bonus action for her to do her maul and attack this this guy. Not with advantage, sorry. Just take the first number. Sorry, my bad. I'm so used to roll with advantage that I messed up here.
Uh,
Uh,
so
oh
wait.
no, I didn't roll with advantage.
Yeah, no, it's just a 26. That is a crit. So
Wow,
Deja
wow,
would,
that was a nice crit.
yeah, Deja would jump up from behind, blasting it with the full force of its energy, and the shadow would poof out.
Ooh.
Nice, thank you,
Because
Dija.
that's a
Uh,
magical attack, right?
yeah, it's considered magical because
Okay.
of my level.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, so I got Nico over there, so I'm going to, I use a bonus action, so I'm going to run here along the wall and then turn and swing at the creature with my rapier and +2 from the flanking.
All right. It doesn't look like
And
it's too heavily armored.
okay, so it's just a +2. Whoa, that may be 9
Oh,
+2, that's 11.
well, it's more armored than that. So the
Maybe.
creature kind of hears you running along the wall, and as you get into position, it
Yep.
slides sideways, avoiding your jab.
Alright. So second follow-up attack. Alright, come on, come on, come on. That's 15.
Oh yeah, 15 would land a hit, as the
And
creature
I'm
is
going to use
yep.
a favorite foe. I'm going to use my favorite foe too. So favorite foe, here I go. Beyond and D6. Alright. So that is a total of 10 points of damage. Magical.
All right, and the creature shivers as you stab it with a magical weapon, though it still does not look hurt.
Alright, done.
Balefire.
Uh, Sorry, I'm going to just get my temporary point back.
Yeah.
I get 5. No, I get 4 here. And
Oh,
Dija is getting 4 too. Okay.
Balefire is going to shimmy past Nico, um, and then attack that guy with green flame blade, jumping to that guy.
All right, so you don't have the flank, but you can attack.
I still don't. I don't get the flank from that angle with Calbrod
Uh,
where he is.
Calgrod. I mean, sure, I'll give it to you. That's fine.
I thought. I mean, I'm not trying to be. I thought like these two squares with the diagonal would give it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what the optional rules are for larger creatures. I'll give it to you. It's fine. I mean,
I,
he's a larger creature, so it'd be easy to flank, or easier to flank.
yeah, that was kind of along my train of thought.
Oh,
Ooh,
no,
you needed it.
that's gonna hurt. So 10 plus, so 42. Ow. So using the distraction of Calgrod jumping around
And
behind it.
that's not even counting the fire from. He's got another dice from the fire from.
Mhm.
You got another D8 from the fire blade.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Jeez.
So, yeah, using the distraction of Calgrod jumping around behind it, you land a nasty hit for 30, 42, 46, 51 damage,
Wow.
which would indeed wound it and get its attention.
Nice.
So it turns back towards you, getting ready to strike.
And that's 9 to the one south of Nico.
Alright, so he looks wounded as well. Alright, so the shadows go. Or
If
the
I get, you get 8 temporary points by fire.
Thanks.
So this shadow is going to go for Balefire. It lunges at you, attempting to grab you and drain your strength. 19.
Nope.
All right, so you
Blade Song, 22.
dodge out of the way as he attempts to grab you. The other shadows are going to move up towards you, and the flying Thorn yells, "Stop killing my minions!" As he is, looks like he's getting ready to blast Balefire.
Hmm.
So these guys move up. Nico, what are you gonna do?
One second, sorry. Uh, hmm, hmm, hmm. Not that. Um, I knew what I was gonna do, and then they all showed up. Sorry, one second.
That's fine.
You know what? I'm just gonna swing at the. We'll swing at the injured one right to the south of me.
All right. So
Is 14 or no?
sorry, I was just looking something up.
No, absolutely.
So even though you can kind of make out Thorn's features, never mind. I'm not going to show you the picture. You get the idea, because then I have to hide a bunch of stuff. All right, sorry. Back to you. So 14. You swing at the guy south of you. That
Yeah.
would strike, landing a solid blow.
And I'll throw in some thunder too, just because I can.
Right, so unfortunately, he is resistant to thunder damage.
That's okay.
So he takes 8 and 3, 11 points, which was more than enough to finish him as his shadowy energy disperses as your hammer comes down upon him.
That's right.
Anything else?
No, I'm good. I'll hang tight.
You get 8 temporary points if you have less.
Alright, so
Yeah, I don't have any, so thank you.
the Shadow Horror is going to roll a d6 for some reason. No,
Just in the middle of the field.
no particular reason. And he is going to use an ability. And I think, why did it display that? Well, I don't think anyone has over a 30 passive, so you would see him just sort of vanish, as if fading away into the obscurity around you all.
Hmm.
But he would emerge a moment later, catching Balefire off guard, because I think he would have advantage on you if you can't see him. So he jumps out and attacks, having advantage on his first attack. First one, he's using a bite attack. So as he emerges from the shadowiness around, he bites at you. 23 versus AC with advantage.
Going to hit.
All right, so you take the hit.
Uncanny dodge. Yeah.
All right, so you use your reaction to roll with the hit, reducing the amount from 17 piercing to 8 piercing.
All right, there go my temp HP.
Do you have to see the source of the attack to uncanny dodge?
Oh, that's a good call. I don't know. What does uncanny dodge say?
Sorry.
No, let's keep it honest. That's fine.
Yeah.
You keep me honest, so we should keep each other
Uncanny
honest.
dodge, but an attacker that you can see.
Ah,
So then how would that work with shield being the other option?
Same with shield. It's I think it's the same thing with shield. You have to be able to see to shield.
All right.
I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure about shield, but
let
I'm
me
pretty
check
sure
shield.
for uncanny dodge.
Yeah, I'll
And,
check shield
yeah.
real quick. It makes sense because if you want to throw your shield up, you'd have to see where it's coming from, but we'll double check that. Shield, invisible barrier appears to protect you. No, actually, it doesn't say you have to see your attacker.
Yeah, I think shield is not. Uncanny dodge is specifically mentioning you have to see it.
So do you want a shield?
Yeah, I definitely want a shield then.
Alright, so as he pops out trying to hit you with his bite, you quickly throw your hand up, putting a magical shield in the way, which would deflect that attack. So he bites angrily for a moment and then lashes out with his claws at you. Luckily, you're still shielded. It doesn't seem like he's that smart. He's just kind of ravenously attacking. And luckily, he doesn't seem to have the same effect as the other one, because you don't feel the terror that the other one made you feel. Oh, unfortunately, he did get a crit with one of the claws. Doing 22 points of slashing damage.
22. Ouch.
And actually, you do have to make a wisdom save on that.
That's not good.
Oh, wait. Actually, wait. Are you able to be affected by fear? Because I thought you said at one point you weren't, but I might be misremembering.
Misremembering.
Oh, right, because you did get feared a bunch. All right.
Yeah, it did. It did.
That was the whole thing. Balefire.
It's going to be.
It's a theme
this creature
here.
is going to become his nemesis.
Yeah. So
man.
As he strikes you, you feel an intense terror welling up inside. You are frightened of the horror until the end of its next turn. So you're like, as visions of fear well up from the strike. That's it for the shadow horror, though. Thorn. So Thorn is going to fly over this way. He's about 40 feet up. He says, well, you're not hobgoblins, but your life essence will do. And he is going to fire down at... Yeah, I think Balefire.
Yeah, hit that guy.
Although, oh wait, no, you're shielded right now. He's not going to aim for you, because he's actually a pretty smart opponent. I think he's going to... Nico, what's your AC? Oh man, you're all armored. Yeah, he'll aim for Nico.
Oh.
Sorry. So he fires some dark eldritch blasts at you.
Ooh. I haven't done anything to you yet, Doran. We don't even know each other.
What's your problem?
Yeah.
So the first one bounces off your shield. He fires a second shadow blast. 22 versus AC.
Yeah, he hits.
Alright, so you take 22 necrotic damage.
Cool. I want to use Stone's endurance and bring that down a little.
Alright, Link Stone's Endurance.
Yep. Sorry, 1 second.
Alright, let's see.
So I would take
Oh, what's going on with the
14.
timer? Alright, so, yeah, you use your abilities to channel your inner strength to deflect some of the damage, only taking 14. I also need a con save from you, though. DC 16. Oh, you're fine. So you feel the energies of the blast sort of wrapping around you, trying to slow you down, but your natural endurance resists the effect, and you are not slowed.
About
Why does it keep
time.
saying timer? What's going on?
So it's me that was trying to put my timer on this thing, but
Oh,
it's because it's a yellow one. It's a yellow one. That's why it's doing that. Sorry, I didn't realize it was the timer thing.
so yeah,
Because I didn't. Yeah. I'm fixing that. Sorry, my
actually,
bad.
that should be
Yeah,
okay.
go. Yeah, it's because I was going with a yellow, and the yellow always start for 1 minute, so it kind of removed my 7. Because I have 7 rounds left on
Oh,
my
I see.
aura.
I gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
So
my bad.
yeah, no, that's
Sorry.
fine. So Shiva yells, "Thorn, what are you doing?" And he looks at her strangely and says, "Do I know you?" And Shiva is gonna shoot at the wounded creature here. Oh yeah, she would strike him.
Yeah,
This one,
Shiva.
I think this one actually. Oh no, did she shoot this one before or a different one?
I think she shot a different one.
Okay.
She
Uh,
shot
so this one doesn't seem to have the resistance to magical weaponry or non-magical, so she does a full 22 damage. The creature's looking badly wounded. Calgrod, new round.
mm,
So you notice Thorn kind of looking curiously at Shiva now as she said that.
yeah. So Shiva get 4 temporary point if she doesn't have any, and I am going to. Uh, so you say he's badly wounded. I'm going to. How high up is the thorn?
He's flying at about 40 feet. He's
Shoot,
pretty far up.
darn it. Mm. Alright, so I will have Dija run here. So 5, 10, 15,
It looks
like
like
doing a
he's
quick.
getting ready to blast Nico again. He's aiming at her.
Yeah, she's going to do a charge and try to knock him down with my bonus action.
Alright, so she jumps at
So
him.
she jumps at him, so no advantage, nothing here. Just a regular attack. And that hit.
Alright,
Ooh,
so yeah,
24, yes.
that would
So it's
strike.
taking another d6 and he has to make DC. I think it's a DC 14 strength saving throw. I'll be prone.
Alright, so he makes the saving throw. He's not knocked prone. But
So
did you say he takes
it
more
took
damage?
it
3?
took yeah 10 damage. Yeah, 3 more. 7 plus
Alright.
3.
So he's
Alright,
looking
so
very wounded though as the spider
I
jumps on its back and blasts
oh,
him
then
or
I have to
slashes him.
finish him. I have to finish him up then. Okay, so I am going to strike him. And still keeping the favorite foe. Ooh, 18. Yeah, that's a hit. Plus the favorite foe.
Alright, so you stab with your moon touched rapier for
Yep.
7, and 3 is 10. Alright, he's badly wounded but still up.
Oh, darn. Alright, so I have to attack to finish my attack. Poke, poke. Poke, poke, swing with the rapier. Come on. Did I roll? Did it roll? No, it didn't roll. Oh, so close from the 20.
Yeah.
Alright.
So he's getting another
Alright, so
9 points.
finishing off your flurry of blows, you pierce into it and it screeches, falling over dead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, so seeing that I still have my move action, and I don't have a bonus action though. I am going to go jump over there, go over there. So 5, 10, 20, so like right there, and then like crouch to stay behind the wall just to get some cover from him over
Alright, so
there.
you can actually get
Uh,
full cover from there
okay, okay, so I'll
because
get
it's
full
5
cover
feet
from
high.
there, and yeah, and that's pretty much it. So I'm going to roll my temporary point just in case. Nope, I don't get anything better. And Dija 4. Okay,
Alright.
so all done. Nothing better right now.
Alright, Balefire, what are you doing?
Um, I guess I will go ahead and attack these two guys here. Um, I'll attack the one to the north of me with green flame blade to have it jump over.
Alright, so you lunge at that one. Ha!
So he's not
Oh.
frightened anymore, right?
No, because the source died.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
30 would strike as you stab the first one, obliterating it.
I don't think there's. I don't think I get the sneak attack with it though, right?
Oh. Oh, yeah, because it has an ally next to it. No, you are correct. So, 8 points, unfortunately, would not obliterate it, but it would wound it.
It's 10. So there's two more fire.
So, 2 more. Alright, it's still
And
up, but
8 jump to that guy.
alright, and actually, I think these guys are resistant to fire, so he only takes 4, and this one only took 1.
Mm,
Anything else?
filthy rat. No, I'm fine. Thanks.
Alright, so the shadows go. These two. This one goes first. It'll attack Balefire. 17, I think, would miss you as
Yep.
you jump to the side, dodging. And this one moves around you and attacks with the flank.
Does Nico get
Oh,
Noppy?
he actually, yeah, she would get Noppy.
Match
Uh,
him.
Sure. Sure. I was gonna save it for something else, but that's fine.
Alright, so you spend your reaction as this guy gives
Oh,
you an opening.
nice.
Oh, yeah, 24 would strike.
Oh,
For
man.
10.
Doing 10 points of damage, which is unfortunate because that does not kill it, but it's badly
Oh,
wounded. And the creature would actually have crit with a 24.
oh, shit.
So,
All uncanny dodge.
Yeah.
alright, so you can see him. So you do an uncanny dodge, and you would only take 11 points of damage, necrotic.
Hmm.
And I do need a strength save, or oh no, there's no save to that? Wow. Alright, so you feel drained as you take 2 points of strength damage.
Of what kind?
Your strength is reduced by 2 points.
Oh. I don't know
As
how
you
to track that.
feel weakened. I think, well, I mean, you could
Doesn't
just,
really affect.
yeah,
Um,
the only thing it would probably do for you is, like, lower your carrying capacity a little.
Yeah.
yeah.
And like strength saves. What you could do is like put the score to the new one and keep your normal score in like parentheses or something. I think that's what a lot of
Um,
people do.
Balefire, do that command in the Discord channel. I have a tool to track that.
Oh, okay.
So you do that here. All right, let me put that in the
Getting a lot
action
of
channel.
crits on Balefire today.
Yeah, sorry.
All right.
Easy target.
Yeah.
I do that one, Balefire.
All
With
right.
X, X is your new strength.
Yeah. And all right. So that's it for the shadows. Nico, you get your reaction
Uh,
back.
Cool, cool, cool. So this
Balefire
guy
is
over
now
here didn't want to go.
encumbered.
What did you say? Balfire's what?
Encumbered.
Oh, is he? Uh-oh. All right.
This guy over here didn't want to go.
Oh, did I skip one? Sorry, I must have
Yeah,
skipped one. All right. So he would move over and attack you. 17, I think, would just miss you.
it misses. Yeah.
All right. So you bring your shield up, blocking and kind of knocking it back. Now it's your
Okay.
turn. What are you doing?
I am just gonna double check real quick. Yeah, I'm going to cast Sacred Flame on, we'll say the one that just hit me here.
Alright, so you chant, pointing at the creature as
Hmm.
radiant damage springs forth, and it's going to try to dodge with a dex save, which it's not too bad at. Up 20 crit, so it does indeed dodge your sacred flame.
Yep.
Uh,
And aside from that, Nico's just gonna say, like, do you guys know this guy in the air? Why is Shiva calling to him?
Yeah, he's a friend of Shorter. He came from the Feywild, and he disappeared on us. We're not sure where he went.
Did he die?
Traitor!
he looks. So you're yelling this out, right?
Yeah, he knows I'm here.
So he sort of looks down as you say this and says, "Oh, I know you all. Was I your friend before?"
What happened to you?
So, Nico, your turn ends, right?
Yeah, I'm done.
So he floats there for a minute, considering things. Calgrad, give me a persuasion check.
You got this.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Hmm. Uh, he says. So he sort of holds up his hand, and the shadows stop for a moment, and he says, "So you're not here to attack me, then? Why are you here? What brings you to my windmill?"
we
We're
yeah,
trying to stop that black smoke from coming out of it anymore.
He looks back and he says, "Ah, yes, I suppose that would be a bit of a curiosity to one passing by." Uh, so he sort of waves his hands and the shadows vanish. Do you all want to continue fighting, or do you want to end combat here? He doesn't seem like he's attacking anymore.
I'm okay ending combat.
All right.
um come down here, Soren. Let me look at you.
And he says, "Not just yet." And he kind of flies over this way. He might come down a little bit, but he's still pretty far up. He says, "Well, now that you've found me, you say that we were friends. What are your intentions?" Actually, I'm curious. You said we were from a different plane, or what exactly did you say? Sorry, I forgot now.
Wild. Yeah, he came from the Feywild.
He says, "Really?
He came with
From the Feywild?" Well, that answers a few questions then. So what was I doing in this world?
he came with Shorter. Remember? You were a friend of Shorter, and you guys came to this world because I think Shorter had some kind of nightmare or something.
He says, "Oh, I must have lost my memory. How unfortunate." Well,
What
well, what?
happened to you? What did you do? Where did you go? You disappeared on us one day.
Oh, well, I decided that I needed some time to myself, so I went for a walk, and, well, I must have forgotten what I was doing because I ended up here.
Do we see if he still has a crown from Enai? Eyani? Sorry, his name is
Uh, Aranye, no, you don't see the
Irania.
crown still on him, which is a bit odd.
Okay.
So he says, "Well, it's good to see you, friends, but I don't think there's much going on here right now. So you could probably just move along. Everything's fine. I'm fine."
Can we visit your mill? Can you show us your new abode?
Give me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
You got this.
Oh, come on, Bellfire. You should have said that. Alright, so with disadvantage. Nope.
What are you saying, Balefire?
We just wanted to see your new digs, dude. We weren't expecting to find a friendly face in the city.
So he says, "Well," he looks back at the windmill. There's some dark energy in there right now. I was using to defend the area, so I don't really want to disable it, as it would make me vulnerable to attack. And actually, at this point, anyone who wants can give me an insight check.
Yeah.
All right, so Nico.
Because I don't trust him. He hit me real good.
Yeah, Nico, you don't think he's being honest. He seems. You also think that either he's being compelled by something, like almost like something's controlling him, or maybe some kind of charm is affecting him. There's something going on here because it doesn't seem like he's. The way he's talking and acting seems odd to you.
Hmm.
As Balefire
Well,
is running over there.
yeah. Well,
Around.
maybe you don't have to disarm it. Maybe I can blow the smoke out of the way while we take a look around.
Says, "Well, there's nothing much in there. It's quite boring. I mean, it's just some miasma I've set up using my magical powers to keep people out while I was taking a bit of a rest in there."
You know,
So
it's
how
hard to
long?
talk with you
Yep.
way up there.
How long does a conversation last?
I mean, it's probably been about 30 seconds at this point, so half a
Okay,
minute.
so I can do. Yeah, I can. So I can do one,
So
two.
your 1 minute abilities are probably
Yeah,
wearing off
it's
about
kind of
now.
going. I just want to see for all the six. Alright, so you can keep going. I'm just going to do
Each
that.
of you know because of how close I was to Calgrod.
You should.
Sure.
If you have a 8 temporary point, you cannot get more than that. So there's
Oh, I
no.
got hit a bunch. So it looks like a 6, right?
Well, it would
Uh,
give it to everyone separately. It's not. It's
yeah,
once at
yeah.
the end
So
of
right
everyone's
now I'm
turn.
rolling for my thing, but if you come in my range, okay, so I get 7. If you come in my range, you can I can roll for you for 6 more rounds. All
So
right, so you
Thorn
are coming up here.
Thorn would say. So remind me, what were we doing in this strange undead city? I'm a bit foggy.
Looking for books. Books and treasure.
Says, it makes sense. Well, I think there was some books and treasure in the keep. That might be a good place for us to look.
All
Six
right.
by far.
Um,
By far,
I'm gonna
Nico.
say,
Nico,
sorry.
morning for you.
I'm just gonna say to the other two that there's too much off right now. I don't think everything's as he's saying.
Is he
There's
still? How high is he?
He is about 30 feet at this point. He says, "What do you mean, large person? We are all good friends here. Why would you say such a thing?"
no, there's definitely something off with you
I'm
with
going
this place.
to uh, I'm going to attack him.
You gonna shoot at him?
So no, I'm going to cast a spell.
All right. So we're probably gonna have to
So
come back.
let me remove. So my aura is gone because at that point we use the 30 seconds. So Nico, you got 8 temporary points. Balfire, you got six, no 5. If you had less than that, the aura is gone.
All
And
right.
as we're talking, I'm going to try to kind of get the drop on him by doing a misty step and grapple him.
Like up in the air.
Yeah.
All right. Give me, I guess, initiative checks.
Hmm. Da, da, da. We're good to go for the initiative. Right. Come on, a good roll. Yes, not too bad. Not too shabby.
Yeah, you guys did great.
I'll do one for Shiva back here. All right. So you poof up into the air. Let me check something real quick. Okay. So you poof, appearing up next to him and attempt to grab him. So give me strength, and he is going to resist using dex, actually.
Yeah.
He's like, what?
You got that.
Oh.
No, there will be something before I do that. I will. Oh no, Misty Step is a long. Oh, it's a bonus action. I cannot do that. Okay. So, yep, just going with a straight check.
Huh.
Wish me luck.
You got
Oh.
this.
Oh!
He rolled pretty well.
Oh!
Oh, no. So you just like poof in and grab at nothing and just fall 30 feet. Ah! He's like, what the?
Ah!
Ah! All right. I guess you can give me an acrobatics to try to land with grace.
I,
Oh!
uh,
Ah!
Would have been
oh,
so good.
Oh. So no, you fall right on your side. Ugh, you take
yeah.
12 points of bludgeoning as you slam into
I,
the ground. And
At
he
least you got 10
says,
points.
what are you doing,
yeah.
friends? Why are you attacking me? He says, stop this. And that is it
Uh,
for Calgrod. Balefire, are you jumping in with fighting? You gonna talk? What are you gonna do?
I don't know. Calgrod's been acting kind of funny too. Hey man, your thing, that shadowy thing, really hurt me, man. I need a place to sit down for a bit. I don't like being out here because there's so many ghouls. Can we hang out in your windmill?
So, Thorn, give me another persuasion check. He says, he's looking down at Calgrod. He says, yeah, if you stop trying to grab me, you weirdo.
Calgrod, stop being an asshole. I need to rest.
Calgrod's like, my back. Ow.
ouch.
He says, fine, fine. And he flies over this way. He says, I guess we could go inside for a bit. And he actually, as he approaches the door, kind of lands and, like, flicks his wrist, and you see a path clear of the miasma.
That is indeed.
And he says, come on in. And he's looking at Calgrod. He says, no more of that, though.
Okay.
You failed so miserably at that.
As Balefire passes through Nico right there, I'm just gonna whisper, be on your guard. Something's off.
Fire's gonna whisper back,
All right.
brush up against me again.
So that was the quickest combat ever. Clear initiative again. Yeah, you walk inside, and he kind of clears an area of the miasma and just offers you to sit. So he does seem like he's allowing you to rest in here. Is anyone going to try to engage him while you're resting, or are you just going to sit quietly?
Schroeder is. But
Yeah,
no,
Schroeder.
I need a short rest, people.
Yeah, well, you can still talk to him during a short rest.
I'm gonna look around. What's inside the lighthouse?
So inside the mill, yeah, it's
Yeah,
kind
sorry.
of looks like just an old mill that is kind of fallen into disrepair. There's miasma everywhere except for the area you're in. And you would notice that he is standing in it and almost seems like it is refreshing him. Like it's making him energized as he is within it.
Hmm.
And you would probably see there are a couple other dead hobgoblins in here that are all gaunt and drained of energy.
What did you do to these guys, man?
He turns. He says, "Oh, well, they tried to come in at me, so the miasma got him."
Think about
Which
putting a sign
you
out there?
think Nico once again is a lie?
Yeah. Anyone else in here with you?
No, it's just me.
Hmm.
I was trying to recover a bit.
So what did you actually do to the hobgoblins?
He narrows his eyes a bit. He says, "You know, for a guest in my residence, you're being awfully rude. I think that's the
Hmm.
second time you've called me a liar, miss."
Well, for a friend, you're lying an awful lot.
Nico, I'm tired. Don't pick a fight at the moment. Wait 45 minutes, please.
Yeah, at least wait till I
I
finish
will look. I
squatting
will
over
look
here.
around and listen. I will look around and listen to see if I hear anything else. And once we are in that mill, or notice anything around, like literally like spending actions to do perception to kind of look around.
All right.
Bellfire, this is for you.
All right, so Balefire gains
Nice.
9, oh, and 13. Wow, that was a big one.
Nice.
Oh, so 21, huh? Thank
That
you.
was a level 3, right?
Yep.
All right, so yeah, Balefire feels much better. Uh, I don't think he even has to rest now.
I'm good.
All right.
I mean, I'm with the temporary hit. Do Calgrod's temporaries hang around?
Yes, those stay for
Yes.
till you do a long rest,
Okay, then technically I'm full again. So
which is a mistake I made with the Artificer at first. But yeah, so you're feeling much better. Thorn's, yeah, just sitting there. His demeanor definitely looks off to those of you who've known him. He's not acting like himself at all. Does anyone else want to say anything to him while you're sitting here?
yeah,
He's
what
just
are you
kind of
doing here?
remaining quiet.
What are you actually doing here? I thought you wanted to go back to the Feywild. Go home.
You know, I considered it, but I was having fun in this place. All the necrotic energy and all the magic. I mean, it's just so interesting.
At
All
what
around
point
to
do you
see.
think you lost your memory?
Uh, I was, like you said, I had kind of walked off and I was looking around here, and I don't know, it's weird. It just seemed like some kind of haziness came over me. But I think I'm mostly okay. I'm glad I found you all.
Nico's gonna turn to the other two and just be like, something's up, and I don't think it's just coming from him. I think someone's manipulating him too.
Hey, give me a, at this point, give me another persuasion check from Balefire and Nico.
So the other thing I'll point out is it's at time as well,
That's true. This
and I know
is
that the others are going to be interested in the conversation. So
well.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Do we have like an extra 5 minutes, or do you have to go right now?
no, I can give you 5.
All right. So he kind of looks at you for a moment and says, "All right, look, I'll be honest with you. Um, I just need your word that you're not gonna freak out if I tell you something."
Okay.
So
And
you get
before he
Hopefully,
says
don't
that,
freak out.
did I see anything with my 22 perception and the eagle's eyes in the meal that I can notice? I've been looking.
So it just seems like darkness. You don't see anything specifically that catches your eye
Okay,
in
all
here.
right. So there's nothing.
Like
All right,
nothing, no hidden traps or treasures
all
or
right, all right.
anything.
It's more like for. I was looking, in fact, for the body to see if one of the bodies was thrown or if his body was hidden somewhere. Or not hidden, but maybe in the miasma or something like that. All right, so I don't see that. All right,
All
so
right.
what?
So he
Well,
says,
we we won't freak out, I think.
"All right, one moment," and he closes his eyes, and you see they become kind of shadowy as he sinks into the darkness, disappearing for a second. A moment later, he reemerges, and he says, "So, I'm not actually Thorn, your friend. Well, I'm sort of him, but I'm also not. Uh, I was sort of wandering these, or the city, the ruins, and I came upon Thorn, and I needed someone to, well, I needed a host, someone to help me move around this place. So I connected with him, and I'm sort of piggybacking off him for now.
Okay.
But you all seem like a reasonable sort, so uh, maybe we can help each other.
Okay. Listening.
I would be happy to let your friend go later. I don't need to keep him forever. You seem like you're fairly powerful. I saw you dispatch a bunch of my shadows right off the bat, so you're definitely people of talent. And, well, I'm looking for someone to help me take care of a problem.
We're good at that. We're listening.
This place has so many problems.
I know.
He says it
Talk
does.
about your fixer uppers.
Yeah.
Uh, there is a uh, there is a person who has been a thorn in my side, a very powerful magic user, and I need help defeating him. But it's not an easy process.
All right. What's the guy's name? We've come across some powerful creatures in our exploits so far.
Says, well, I don't know if you've come across this one. He is deep underneath the city. He goes by the name Malik.
Oh,
Well, that we
well,
could help
Hey,
you with.
we hate that guy too.
Oh, well, excellent. He rubs his hands together and smiles. He says, name's Gaivok, and he goes to shake your hands.
uh-oh.
I'll
I
take
look
it.
at the others. No, I'm not taking it. I look at the others with a concerned look.
You know,
Something
greetings,
wrong?
but
Do you
not
know
into the
me?
handshaking. I hate
Oh
those.
Actually,
no.
if you have history, you might know something about the
Well,
name Gaivok.
we know he's a Shadow Lord.
Oh,
We
do
know there
you?
were two Shadow Lords. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
Oh,
okay. Never mind. You
yeah.
remember that lore. Okay, I forgot if I told you
Yes.
about him. All right.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Gavok.
maybe you do
The
know
name
him
of
then. All right.
Gavok came up. So
how do you
I'm
spell?
not sure.
So what are you saying?
I'm kind of clearly frowning at both Balfour and Nico to not touch this guy. Well, to try to clearly, if he's like offering his hand, I'm kind of backing up from it with a clear front. Gavok, you said. Gavok, he said. Um, well, uh,
Are you a fan? I meet so few people here who remember my work. It's been a long time since I've been able to do anything.
um, yeah, we've heard about you guys, Shadow Lords,
He says,
and
"Oh, interesting. How did you hear of the Shadow Lords?" And now he's looking at you curiously, almost dangerously. And what do you know of the Shadow Lords?
I know that the Malik stole something from my world that I need back, so that's why I'm here.
Alan, it sounds like we have similar goals. Malik stole much from me. And actually, we are at 2:05, so this might be a good place to stop.
Hmm.
And we can continue the conversation next week with everyone.
Oh man,
Yep.
we met Gavok. Oh, wow. Right. Well, we'll see how that plays out.
All right, so give me MVP votes. There's only 3 of you, so it should be pretty easy. Now, did you meet Guy Vakin as Jean-Luc? I forget.
No, I don't think so because so I'm trying to remember. I think that was part of our early. I wonder if it's a sea trail that mentioned it,
Okay,
or
so you do kind of remember him being in your other game, the story.
no, 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 no. It was in that game with Skyward because I think it was the name was mentioned when we discussed with Sea Trail, or there was another because there was something I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure it's not with Jean-Luc. I don't think it was with Jean-Luc. I don't remember that name
All right.
from the Jean-Luc time. It's
Well,
I
go ahead.
think
Sorry.
it's a name that was given to us by.
All right.
Oh,
Well, it would be Nico who is MVP. Congrats,
Aw.
Nico.
Thanks, guys.
And yeah, you guys can talk amongst yourselves. I actually have to run myself.
Mm.
Got some stuff to do, but yeah, hope everyone had fun.
Yeah,
Cool, cool,
sure
cool.
did. Thank you very much for keeping the session going with so many people missing. Appreciate
Yeah.
it.
yeah.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, it's still pretty easy to run a game, even if you have, as long as you have like 2 or 3 people, you can still do it.
Hmm.
Yeah. That's
Okay,
two
talk to you
is
guys later.
All right,
See ya.
see
Yeah.
you guys.
All right. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.
Yeah, I figured. Oh,
Yep.
I just
Oh,
figured.
XP me too there, Calgrod. Thanks. See you guys.
You what?
XP me.
XP.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I was looking at.
Thanks.
I was looking at the shadow. So we got 9 shadows and 1 shadow.
Yeah, I figured Balefire had to go. So, but yeah, I think. I don't know if you, because I think the other group did release him. Like I think he was trapped in Nyx's body, or he was trapped in someone's body in that game.
Was that Gavok that again? Oh, that then I missed that part because I remember something coming out of the wall with a tentacle in shore, but and taking the rogue.
Well, there
I
was
remember
there was
Nyx.
that like underground dungeon you went into that
Yes,
was
and Nyx was under the influence of a dark shadow, but I don't think I knew that was Gavok. I'm pretty sure that the name of Gavok and Malek for Kalgrod came from Cithrel. I'm pretty sure during our discussion when we met with her, we were talking about the Shadow Lords, and either it's that or one of my story checks that kind of where you gave me the two